Folks, I got to tell you, it's just the experience with Peter Edmiston featuring Peter Edmiston as Peter Edmiston today because CJ Hurt just told me before the show that he was retiring. He said it was time.
Yeah.
Did you confirm it with sources?
It's been too hard on him.
Adam Scheffner's about to tweet it out.
Are you calling him Adam Scheffner?
Yeah.
Scheffner.
Is that the long lost brother of Adam Schefter?
Is that the fake? Are you getting all this? This
is the issue.
I get it. I see how this is. You're getting all your news from Adam Scheffner. That's a different guy.
Oh, it is.
This might explain. Yeah, that's not the reporter. That's a different guy. This explains a lot, actually. Now that I hear this, this explains a lot. Adam Scheffner reporting. Well, Adam Scheffner told me that CJ is retiring.
Yeah, Adam. No.
At Saddam Effner.
He'll be out there. He'll
Shaddam Efter.
Yeah, that one.
Shaddam Efter said
that's not the NFL guy.
Do I know?
That's Adam Scheffner. Shaddam Sneffner, whatever we're calling this.
Adam Chef with a T. Ter. Adam Schefter.
What'd I say?
Scheffner.
Yeah, they not the same person?
No.
Oh. Could have fooled me. And did fool me several times. No wonder all my NFL knowledge, all my NFL information is so bad.
Is CJ Burt the same guy as CJ Hurt?
No, that's a Muppet.
CJ Burt?
Yeah. That's on Sesame Street, isn't it?
I like CJ Burt.
CJ
Burt.
I watched Sesame Street on Saturday, actually. Number of the day? 17. Like, what are we doing to children?
Why'd you watch Sesame
Why were you watching Sesame Street?
Was that your pregame? Were you pregame?
I was up. I just finished a bike ride. Was it Saturday? Yeah, it was Sunday. I watched it because I went for a bike ride Saturday morning. Yeah. Woke up Sunday, it was on the TV. I was like, oh, let's see what they teaching us on the street today.
Is that the street? The Sesame Street?
Letter D and number 17.
Is that the street we refer to when we refer to the street as Sesame Street?
At times, yes. At times, okay. we are discussing the mean streets of Sesame.
The meanest.
It's hard out here.
The meanest.
All right. They got 10-foot.
You got to watch out for Elmo and Big Bird out there on the street.
They got, for real. Like, if you're walking down the street and you see a 10-foot talking bird, you're not going to, run?
Adam Scheffner says it.
Oh. What did Scheffner say now?
Scheffner said you got to watch out for big birds.
Yes.
Said Big Bird retired. On the eve of the season. Said it was just too draining. Too difficult.
Does Sesame Street even have off season? Because it's always new episodes.
No, there's not always new episodes.
Oh, okay.
No, they have seasons.
All right, good. I want to make sure the bird is getting his rest on.
No, we're about to start a new season. So
okay, cool.
Yeah, just like the NFL, very similar.
Oh, okay.
It's hard driving for about 4 months, and then it's kicking in the off season. On the off season program, training programs, OTAs and stuff, getting ready for next year. Oscar's in there. Popping it up and out of that trash can, just make sure he's ready.
Is Cookie Monster arguing about helmets or something like that?
No, he's just eating cookies, meat like cookie. That's got to keep that girlish figure of his going. All that stuff.
Okay.
So anyway, welcome to the show.
Elmo arguing about contracts. He's sitting out. Elmo gonna be in there.
Elmo's the star.
So Elmo's getting paid.
Elmo's like LeBron. He's gonna get Yeah, Elmo's almost held out many times.
Oh, okay. Forcing trade scenarios like, yo, bring Gonzo in here, I'm leaving.
Yeah, well, okay. He's a little bit of a diva. That's what they've said. He's hard to work with as he gets a little, but he's the best.
Yeah,
he brings in the people, so you got to deal with his stuff. He was in Cabo all season, getting ready. They weren't sure whether he was going to be able to come to. They were trying to get the deal. Elmo who. That's what they kept saying. I've earned the right to joke about Elmo. So anyway, welcome to the show. CJ is back. CJ's not actually retiring.
Not yet.
Just funning you. Just fun. You might. I don't know.
At any given moment.
He might.
I may just up and retire.
But at this moment, he's not retiring.
Yeah.
So he's still here, and that's what it's all about. Austin Eldridge, also similarly not retired at this point. But Adam Luck is retired. Adam Luck. Who's
Adam Luck? Yes. Get on me about Scheffner. Who the hell is Adam Luck? Is that an XFL player?
We got Adam Luck and Andrew Schefter. Let's go. We got folks over here.
What is happening?
Adam Luck is retired.
We broke the show. Like last week, we were getting names wrong. Like on Thursday. Thursday, we couldn't get anything right, and it's just like
Adam Luck.
continuing.
Adam Luck is out.
Adam Luck out.
Adam Luck, you're out.
Calm down, Colts fans. We had it wrong. It was just Adam Luck was gone.
Yeah.
It wasn't Andrew.
That's the Schefter news. I got to re-break
You got
the news. Adam Luck
Did you
is
get
out.
that from Schefner?
Yeah,
Schefner said Adam Luck retired.
He got that from Andrew Schefter.
Adam Luck of the Texas Public Policy Foundation is out. He is out.
Yes.
Andrew Luck. What a morning.
It's only 7:11.
Are we done? Is it 10?
No.
Man.
No.
Coming up next is Greg and Eli. Great show, guys.
Ooh, Lord. Oh, my goodness.
With special guest Adam Luck.
Adam Luck.
Adam Luck.
Adam
Luck's going to join us to break down his retirement and shock the world.
I'm going to talk to Schefner.
And then
Explain it.
We got Adam Schefner on, and we got Adam Luck as well. It's exciting. It's a heck of a show we got.
Yeah, it's loaded.
Andrew Luck
Mm-hmm.
retired. I got that right?
Yes.
Is that right? Is that right? We good?
Slow down.
Okay.
Yes.
Woo! Got to take this extra slow today. And we're obviously going to talk a great deal about that. Now, in addition to that, we are going to talk about the return of college football. Kind of. With what was unquestionably
it was a football game.
A game of football. You cannot say it wasn't.
There's a reason they called this week 0.
You cannot say that was not a game. The team showed up. They played. That one of them won and one of them did not win. You can't. I mean, that is
that is the definition.
Actually,
of a game.
two of them won and 2 of them did not win. There were 2 games actually.
Yeah, well, I'm just speaking of the one. I watched the other one, and the other one was better. But based on the crowd that was there, I was one of the few people that was watching that game. I stayed up till 1 a.m. to watch the end of Hawaii, Arizona. I watched the
exciting ending.
It was a great game.
Who won?
Hawaii.
Oh,
Kevin Sumlin's in for another long year.
Hawaii won by a touchdown. Hawaii's quarterback Cole McDonald.
He's not gun shy, that's for sure.
Was a lunatic. First half, 4 touchdowns and 3 interceptions in the first half.
Good guy.
He just throwing the ball, just slinging them taters everywhere.
Just hurl them, baby.
He ended up with 4 and 4.
Nice.
With the old 4 and 4. 4 touchdown, 4 pick kind of game. To the point where a guy's really good, and he's throwing the ball around. He's got great, you can tell he's a good quarterback, but he got pulled towards the end of the third quarter because they're like Nick Rolovich is like the head coach of Hawaii. He's like, I don't know where you're going to throw this ball. You're throwing it to everybody. What are you doing? Like
random fan in the stands gets one.
We can't do this, man. I mean, like, come on, you're killing us. So they put in whoever the guy was behind him, and he led them to a victory. And Arizona. Khalil Tate, he was playing. I thought he was good. Wasn't he really good at one point?
He was really good when he burst on the scene like 2 years ago, midway through the season.
Did he run for like 1,500
he
yards
is,
or something crazy?
It's not that he's not good now. It's that Kevin Sumlin mishandles him. He uses him to pass more than he runs, and Khalil Tate's strength is his running game.
I watched. He's not that great of a passer, and the running has been neutralized to some extent. So he's not as great of a runner as he was because he hasn't been doing it very much.
Right.
Yeah. So even when he does run now, it's not quite the same. It's very disappointing. Yeah. But I'm referring not to that game. That game was better than the other game. That game was a much more enjoyable game. Hawaii's used to playing week 0. They that's kind of the norm for them. So, but I'm talking about Florida and Miami, which was, but still it was college football and I loved it. But it was, I mean, let's just be honest. That's what it was.
I love the sound effects we have going on today.
That's right. That's what it was right there.
Not a fan.
Felipe Franks backed up. Oh, look at this. Jaron Williams is God, he's sacked again. Oh my Lord.
Still getting sacked.
He had 2 microseconds to throw that ball and he couldn't do it.
My man is going to be getting in the middle of chemistry class getting sacked.
Texter says rumors are that Paw Patrol will be free agents.
Who Patrol?
Paw Patrol.
Paul?
Although he says Paul Patrol.
Paw Patrol.
That's another show.
Paw Patrol.
That's Adam Luck's favorite show.
Paw Patrol. That's where you just got a bunch of guys named Paul walking around on the streets. Paul Pierce. And
Paul George.
Paul
and them.
George. Yeah, they're helping kids. You know, just walking around the Paw Patrol.
Okay.
Anyway, the Paw Patrol.
Paul Walker.
Paul Walker. Yeah,
Okay.
well,
Well,
RIP,
the spirit.
Come on.
The spirit of
Come on.
Paul Walker.
Come on, it's too soon.
I forgot.
Come on.
I forgot. My bad.
Come on.
I'm sorry.
Pour one out.
Mm-hmm.
Of coffee into my mouth real fast. All right, that's for you, Paul. Yeah. But all those Pauls. Famous, the most famous of Pauls.
All on the Paw Patrol.
All on the Paw Patrol.
Okay.
Rumors that Paw Patrol will be a free agent next summer, and Elmo's going to try really hard to get them to come to the street. I heard that too. There's been recruiting going on. Talking to Rubble, Marshall,
Okay.
Sky, Chase, Rocky, Zuma,
Oh, Rocky.
Everest, Tracker, all the Paw Patrol. Yeah, I can reel off 8 straight Paw Patrol. Whatever.
Hey, I am thoroughly impressed by that.
I'm good. I'm glad to know you can because I wouldn't have been able to name a single one.
I got all 8. And Ryder, of course, who's their leader / owner in what is something of a controversial situation.
Ooh.
I mean, you talk about a guy that's got a, tough mentality right there. I mean, he feels like he owns those dogs.
Ah. No, he's the governor.
Those dogs they're their own dogs now.
Yeah.
Growing up in the town of Adventure Bay. And that's tough.
Mm-hmm. Hard to let go. That might be one of the reasons why the Paw Patrol may want to go to the street. The Paw Patrol might want to go over there also. Just get a bunch of paws. Paul Rudd. Just over there kicking it. Like, hey, what are you doing here, Paul Rudd, Paul Pierce,
Patrol?
Jason Pierre,
Paul Giamatti?
Paul Giamatti? What are you guys doing? We're the Paw Patrol.
From the Bible. Let's throw him in there.
Apostle Paul? What are you doing over here?
We're the Paw Patrol. We're here to help out. And we're all named Paul.
That's right. That's what we do. Paw Patrol, Paw Patrol. All right. So we're going to talk about all that.
This show has gone in such a crazy direction.
This show has never gotten
What a
on the
Monday.
rails. We've never been on the rails, so we cannot go off the rails.
That's the best show to have.
We never got on the rails.
No.
What's that meme where the guy's pointing to his head? You can't go off the rails if you were never on the rails.
That's right. You're exactly right about that. We never even thought about being on the rails today. So you can be a part of this. Yeah, I think so. Right? Why wouldn't you
If your name was Paul, for
Yeah,
sure.
Paul.
If your name was Paul, if your name was Paul, Deadpool. I mean, let's throw him in.
That's pulled pork. Pulled pork is what that is. Adam Luck is still retired, guys. I just checked it. I just double checked. He is still out. I don't know what's going on, but he is still out, guys.
Okay.
Devastating. Big. I was really, really hoping for good things from Adam Luck this year, but tough. So I picked him on my fantasy team, and everyone was like,
Why'd you pick Adam Luck?
I said, I know. I'm playing the long game. Adam Luck is going to be my superstar.
Okay.
I can't believe he's available in the 10th round. Adam Luck.
I saw that come across from Adam Schefter, and I was like,
Schefter!
Who?
Adam Luck's, he gets the real one. Adam Schefter, right? Because Adam Luck's the real, Andrew Luck. Oh.
No, Andrew Luck is the real one. Isn't he? Now I'm all confused.
I
don't know who's real and who's not anymore.
I don't know what's happening.
Who's got the blue check?
Paw Patrol.
Oh.
Get those guys in.
Okay.
I need some help. Somebody
call the Paw Patrol.
Very
just send out the giant Paul signal. Where is that at? Just a giant Paul in the sky. That's it.
Paul Wall.
Oh, the Iceman Paul Wall.
Yeah.
Can we get Paul Wall?
Get a big grill, big grill in the sky. Is that what we got? I see that big grill. It's Paw Patrol.
It's time for the Paw Patrol.
Calling the Paw Patrol. Let's go. So anyway, yes, Andrew Luck has retired. We're going to talk about that, and it is an absolutely the reason. One of the reasons why this show is so off the rails so early is because this is such a bizarre and crazy and wild story. I mean, it's completely shocking and simultaneously not that shocking at all. It's a total game changer for the entire NFL, not just this season, but for seasons beyond because of the nature of what has happened. And we're going to talk about that. Plus, everyone, their reaction to it is very telling. And we've seen a few people show their backsides, so to speak, as a result of all of this. So we'll talk about that coming up on the program as well. We will get into the college football, and we will start getting into this week's college football because, yes, it's game week. Yeah.
Austin Woo's on the other side.
I'm so pumped. It's finally time for
It's
some
finally real game
football.
week, like, the real games.
Like Fresno State USC.
Yes.
Oh, real games.
You're not looking forward to that game? Come on now.
Like Texas La Tech. Like real games.
Yes.
Yeah.
All of them. It's more of the quantity rather than the quality. For the most part, but because everyone's playing.
Yeah.
We don't have to just be satisfied with whatever that was we watched on Saturday.
Get ready because you're gonna see a lot of. You don't think Ohio State, Florida Atlantic is gonna be a.
It ain't gonna be that.
This
bad.
is gonna be ugly.
It ain't gonna be that bad. It's not gonna be that bad. There gonna be some, but it ain't gonna be that bad.
Okay.
That was bad. Real bad.
How bad?
Real bad.
Michael Jackson bad?
Worse. Badder. Is it badder or is it worse?
I would think in that instance it would be badder. Yeah, because I'm the baddest. Yeah, it's badder.
Yeah, I'm baddest.
Yeah, I'm the baddest.
And the whole world has to answer right now. I'll tell you once again. Who's bad? Who's bad?
I don't know who. I know Trina is the baddest.
Michael Jackson.
Oh, Michael's bad. Who's badder?
Who's badder?
Mm-hmm.
Adam Schefter. That's who's badder. Then Adam Schefter. Yeah. Let's do this thing. All right. So as we continue here, what? We got to take a break, okay? Listen, we just got to take a break.
I'm gonna try to get my composure.
I mean, we're gonna do our best. It's okay. We don't need composure. There's no reason for composure anymore.
Oh, okay, good.
We're good.
All right,
we're good. We're ready. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about Andrew Luck. He's out. What does that mean? Well, it means what you think it means, but it also means more, and we'll talk about that. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. You making it hard to keep my composure.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Whew.
Why have you lost yours?
I can't. I'm doing the best I can. Message us at Sports56WHBQ on Facebook, Periscope, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Please send those messages, and we will get them right here in the Family Leisure Studios. We love to hear from each and every one of you. You can dial us up as well at 360-8255, 360-8255. You can watch us all over that video. If you miss any of the show, if you just jumped in the middle of this and were like, what in the hell are they talking about? You can always go back and listen on the podcasts, on the archive video. We have it all up on the newly designed and new and improved sports56whbq.com, and also the app right there that you can get on your phone. If you search at Sports56WHBQ, you search for Sports56WHBQ on any of your Play Store, your App Store, all that stuff. You can get the app, and it's absolutely free, and you can have everything that you want. You can have it all. It's spectacular. I can assure you, you're going to love it. So check it out. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Lots more to get to as we continue here on a Monday morning insane version of the program. It's The Experience. Peter and CJ with you. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7.
Listen online anywhere, anytime at sports56whbq.com.
Hi, this is Troy Five-Ash, owner of Five-Ash Roofing. It's an exciting time to be a Memphis Tiger fan, and we at Five-Ash Roofing have decided to share our excitement. We are proud members of the Tigers home team, which means we sponsor the Tigers athletic department, and we're also season ticket holders to both the football and basketball programs. We will be giving away 2 and sometimes 4 tickets to most of the games this coming year. To have a chance at winning the tickets, find our Facebook page, like, and share our post. The more you share, the more chances you have to win. We also want to give away some tickets to those who wouldn't otherwise get a chance to go. So, you can go to memphisroofer.com or 5ash.com and send us a note why you or someone you know should get the tickets. And as always, 5S Roofing is fair, honest, and ethical. We're experts in all forms of roofing for both residential and commercial buildings. 5S Roofing, 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
5S Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
I wish we could stay here forever. We deliver olives, Greek sandals, and everything you need to relive that perfect trip to the Mediterranean. But what you really get when FedEx knocks on your door is so much more.
FedEx Delivery.
Memories. What we deliver by delivering.
Duncan Williams Investment Bankers presents Toby Keith at Live at the Garden this Saturday, August 31st at the beautiful Memphis Botanic Garden.
How do you like me now?
One night, Toby Keith, all the hits.
That was 1,452 beers ago.
With opening act High Valley. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. For more information, visit liveatthegarden.com. Doors open at 6:30. Show starts at 8:30. Also presented by FedEx, True Green, Infinity of Memphis, Regions Bank, Radiance, Pro Show, Mahaffey Tent, and PDR. That's Toby Keith at Live at the Garden this Saturday, August 31st at the Botanic Garden.
You have to be up in 5 hours. 2 hours. 6 minutes, and you haven't slept a wink. ZzzQuil Pure Z's is a drug-free blend of botanicals with an optimal dose of melatonin, so you can fall asleep naturally and wake with no next-day grogginess. So tonight, try new ZzzQuil Pure Z's from the sleep experts at Vicks ZzzQuil.
New Life Medical Center has moved to a new, larger location that allows them to better serve their patients. I go to New Life Medical Center for testosterone replacement therapy, which is one of many things they do. They also treat erectile dysfunction and can relieve the pain of joint injuries with stem cell and platelet-rich plasma treatments. They also take care of patients with diabetes, high blood pressure, sick visits, and much more with no appointment necessary and minimal wait times. New Life Medical Center is now at 9160 Highway 64. That's just off I-40. Stop in and see what they can do for you.
Got something you want to get off your chest?
You better have a backup plan.
Want to join the conversation?
Someone needs to tell him he has to grow up.
Join us on the First Bank phone lines at 360-8255 or the First Bank text line at 67129. Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hurt. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
We doing this? We doing wrestling music?
Got a little wrestling music going on Monday today.
This is Triple H. The Game by Motorhead. Who's gonna take it? I am the game. You don't want to play me. CJ's just
He's unamused entirely right now.
Unmoved. He is focused.
He's too busy looking at tweets from Adam Schefter.
What are you so focused on that you can't enjoy Motorhead in the Game and Triple H? He comes out and he spits the water, all that stuff.
Yeah, Triple H wasn't my guy. Don't like Triple H.
You have to like him.
No, yeah, you do. To vibe with their intro music, yes, you absolutely do. I knew that was Triple H. You guys were going on and on about Hunter Hearst Helmsley. I was like, okay, whatever. I don't need that. Get out of here. Did you ever think that was Triple H singing that song? It wasn't Triple H. I know. I'm saying, did you ever think it was? No.
I never thought that, because they had Motorhead that actually showed up too at some of the events. Motorhead's got the distinctive Motorhead sound. So what was so damn important that you couldn't appreciate? You just.
I mean, Triple H doesn't do it. I was not a fan of DX. I wasn't. What? I didn't like Road Dogg. Well, let me take that back. Road Dogg was cool, but that whole group, Bad A, Billy Gunn, and X-Pac and China, like I was. What was the rivalry? Who were they rivals with? Was it the Nation?
They had a whole bunch of factions. They had the Nation.
Yeah, the Nation was my group. The Nation Domination, led by The Rock, D'Lo Brown, Mark Henry. Like that was who I vibed with. That was who I was like, yep, those my guys right there. Them's the ones I like. So I have a deep disdain against Triple H.
Black and white thing.
Yeah, very much so.
I mean,
very much.
Let's just be honest. Let's just break this thing down. I mean,
obviously that's what it was, and obviously that's why 10-year-old me rocked with the Nation of Domination.
Come on. I mean,
clearly.
Although, to be fair, if you go back and watch, at one point Triple H I think it was X-Pac, who ends up actually did a segment in blackface. Not a great.
Oh, I did not know that. I did not know that.
On Raw, like in the middle of the
90s were a crazy time, folks.
That was the late 90s.
You could do that.
That was basically almost 2000. That's a little late in the game for. Yeah, he says that he was doing Mark Henry. That was his impression. Called him Ms. Mark Henry, and he said that he got approval from Mark backstage, which he may well have, but
hey. 90s were a crazy time in our history.
Puts Mark in a little bit of a rough position, and just not a good deal. So if we can teach one thing early this Monday morning, it's don't do blackface.
Oh wow. Okay.
There's really no reason.
All right.
Under no circumstances. Even if you can find a black person that you like who says, yeah, that seems all right, I guess, I don't care. Like that's still not great. Don't do it. Now, RG3 is still in the league, and Adam Luck is not.
No.
Nor is Andrew Luck.
Oh. What happened to Andrew?
I mean, same thing at Adam, I guess.
Okay.
They decided to go out and do their own thing outside of football.
Cool.
Adam Luck's been doing outside of football for a while. But Andrew's going to join him now.
Okay.
Andrew Luck's out.
Yeah.
Retired, was going to, so I guess to get the full story, he had not participated in any team activities really for several months. And we had that discussion, if you remember, a few weeks ago where we were talking about how bizarre his injury was and how bizarre the Colts were characterizing his injury as like, well, it was an ankle, but it turned into a calf, and then it was the calf, but part of there was just a lot of weird conjecture and uncertainty about what exactly was injured, where, all that stuff. Just a very strange situation, but it was not getting better. It was not improving. And so he had gone through a ton of rehab and stuff, and he just, as he pointed out afterwards, he said, I'm done. It's taken my joy out of the game. It's the hardest decision in my life, but that's what it is. And so at the age of 29, owed, I don't know, 80 more million. I mean, he had a ton on his contract, and he's given it all up. That's it. He's out. What was your reaction?
Good for him. My reaction for anybody. Good for him. And it's, I am all the way here for you doing what makes you happy, as long as it's not a detriment to yourself and to others. And this is one of those things where he's not happy, and he's not happy because of the toll the injuries have placed on him. And he's looking around and he's saying, yo, I played with a lacerated kidney. Was it kidney or spleen? Something in his body was lacerated.
Kidney.
And lacerations sound like they hurt. I've never had one. Sounds like it hurts. He played with that, and he's looking around and saying, yo, I rehab. And then I'm going to have to get injected with something during the game on game day to make it through an NFL season. I don't want to put my body back through that. That takes away from the fun for me. And so it's just best for me to walk away. I feel a sense of support for Andrew Luck, the same sense of support I felt for Brett Favre when Brett Favre decided, you know what? Nah, I'm 50 kajillion years old. I still got some years left in me. I'm not going to retire. I'm going to come out of retirement and play football. Great, because that's what you want to do. You're doing something that you love, that you want to do. I'm here for that. And Andrew Luck's decision, I'm here for it also because it's what he wants to do.
Well, and I think that the people, that to me is the most logical, obvious approach to this. You should say, hey, congratulations, phenomenal. What a crazy career. I know it's so early, but wow, man, you're ready to do something else with your life. You're able to do that with your life.
How many times does a man have to beat the Tennessee Titans?
Apparently more.
Oh.
So this was, and I think the idea originally was that he was going to retire and he was going to tell his teammates, and they were going to do a press conference Sunday rather than in the middle of the game. But Adam Schefter reported that Andrew Luck is retiring per a source that is probably going to get fired, I would assume, in the middle of the game. So you have this surreal situation where the Colts are actually playing their preseason game. The fans are in the arena. Everyone is learning of this on their smartphones and whatever else. It's not as if the team is putting the announcement, put the tweet up on their big board. I wouldn't assume.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone still found out about it though. Everybody knew about it, and it was very surreal. And then as he's walking off the field, surrounded by a lot more cameras than you might have expected,
mm-hmm.
the crowd very loudly, very clearly boos,
mm-hmm.
and boos a lot, like not a little. This was not a smattering of boos, as people like to say. This was a whole bunch of boos. This was like, we don't like you boos. And that was very revealing. Very revealing in that moment. People's raw reaction to this guy deciding to retire was not immediate questioning of like, why would he do this? Or let me think about what must have been going through his mind, or what would put him in this position where he would do that. It was, you are turning your back on my team. You are turning your back on me. I don't like you. Even though you've been great for us for 8 years now, and you've been doing all this, and nope, sorry. Now you're dead to me. Boo. How quickly people turn on you.
Yeah.
And fans, that's all I can think of when I think of fans and players. The interaction between fans and players, and this just beautifully distilled it. Like it is very convenient, that relationship between fans and players,
mm-hmm.
but it can so quickly change if a player decides to do something that is right for them, and it happens to go against something that the team might be looking for. That's it. Then the relationship is over. It's very rare that there's loyalty where the team would say, and the fans would just be like, okay, I respect your decision. I don't like it. It's sad because it's going to make our team, but you've done a lot for the team, so I wish you well. Like a nice round of applause or something like that. That's not usually how it goes.
No.
Remember that old saying? Pat on the back, about 6 inches from a kick in the ass. And this is a situation that really proves that there's not very much room. Not very much has to change, and all of a sudden those fans that loved you, now they hate you.
Yeah. And it is in that raw moment, and that, like you said, that immediately upon hearing that information, that the fans' reaction does tell you a lot. And that is why, if you're a player, you have to keep yourself in mind, because you are just a pawn for these people.
That's right.
You are just a fictitious character, you may as well be, because you really don't have, as from a fan perspective, it's not about you as a person. You don't have any sort of emotions. You don't have any sort of family ties or family obligations. Your one family is the team that I'm cheering for. So you're only as useful to me as you are on that field, on that court. Like, that's all I really care about as a fan. So when things like this come up where, hey, should I be putting my body through this? You have to, as a player, think about yourself, not the reaction from the fans. And fans are fickle. They'll get over it. Like, in that moment, yeah, sure, some of those fans in the stadium for that preseason game were booing. But listen, a year from now, 2 years from now, they'll step back and they'll reflect on it, and they'll have the more appropriate reaction because it's not so raw. And he'll come back, they'll dap him up and all this, that, and the third. But you can't make decisions based off of what fans especially want and what they think and how they feel. I understand that they buy tickets, but they are irrational. Everybody's fans. Irrational, illogical, and to a certain degree, immoral. Like, whatever it takes to get this win, whatever it takes to get me to get my fantasy football team to the next level, whatever it takes to get my favorite NFL team to a Super Bowl, whatever it takes. Does that mean your health for the short term and the long term? Yes, it absolutely does, and I don't care. Does that mean you injecting yourself with God knows what so you can go out there and play, and then you turn 45, you turn 46, and your kidneys shut down because of all the drugs you pumped into your body during your NFL playing career? Yes, it does. Do I care as a fan? Nope. Are you a person to me? Nope. Pump that stuff into your body, put it in your veins, get out there and win me some football games because I'm a fan and I just care about some football. Slang them hash browns. Let's get it going.
Well, and there are a lot of fans that felt that way. There's a lot of people in Indianapolis that felt that way. You had your typical clown patrol that was out and about. Dan Dockich.
Some of the worst takes I've ever seen after that announcement.
Yeah, he's just I'm not even going to read it. He's just an idiot. Continues to be. I mean, that's just his. That's what he is. That's his thing. That's why he's. You hear it. He was doing the analysis for some of the summer league games the Grizzlies were in. You could just hear his voice. He has opinions about stuff that he has no reason to, has no clue about, and in this situation, completely the wrong time to start to try to make any kind of the amount of people that have been soiling their diapers over this is just unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
And he's one of the big babies that's just been dropping a pant load as a result of a human being making a rational decision. Question says, a texter at 67129 on the First Bank text line says, what about the timing? I think it was more the timing than anything else. It puts the Colts in a tough spot. Could have drafted or traded for a quarterback with a little notice. Another texter says, isn't it fair to question his timing? I can't speak on the specifics of why that was the moment, other than the fact that he may have just felt like that whatever was what he was trying to do was not working, and he just knew at that point. But he hadn't participated in any actual football stuff for the Colts for months.
Mm-hmm.
He'd been on the fringes of all that. And in fact, there are many reports that are coming out now that the Colts, that he talked to folks about this, over the summer, basically. It's been just kind of, it's been something that's been a simmering thought. And maybe they didn't believe him, or maybe they didn't, but that's on them. I think he seems to have made it pretty clear to them. And obviously his lack of participation would tell you that he wasn't likely to be part of stuff anyway at this point. He was still dealing with the recovery from that calf, ankle, whatever thing, on top of the other issues that he's dealt with throughout his whole career. That's on them. If they don't properly prepare, they got Jacoby Brissett in the house. I mean, but that's the same organization that forgot to put any linemen together for Luck for about 2 or 3 seasons, and probably shortened his career. And I mean, they're complicit in some of this, because that dude was taking shots left, right, and center. That's why he was so banged up in many respects. So I don't know. I mean, I think it was probably more just that they came to that realization. But it's not as if he just woke up one day having told them, "Hey guys, I'm ready for the season. I'm excited," and then like, actually, I'm retiring. Just kidding. See ya. This isn't like my man Vontae Davis. Was it Vontae Davis that retired at the half of that of a regular season game? Yeah, this isn't that.
Well, and to CJ's point that he made earlier, Andrew Luck is extremely smart. He is by no means not thinking this through. And I think he thought about it and said, I'm going to have a better life in the long run if I retire at 29 without CTE or head injuries or major injuries happening to me after I've already been injured several times throughout my career. Now I can go live. I have plenty of money, can have a good life for the rest of my life, enjoy my kids if I have kids, all that kind of thing. He thought all that through, as opposed to, let me go play a few more football games and take a chance on having a worse life in the future.
I mean, again, I think it takes a lot of guts to do that, because he knows he's going to get ripped by a lot of these fair weather fans and a lot of these idiots that are in the press saying this kind of nonsense. He knows that he's going to take a lot of that, and so that's fine. He's going to have to do what he's got to do. But it's like, he's at an age now. Here's the bigger issue to me, CJ, is this is what other sport has so many. Now, this is the highest profile guy to do it in a while, but we've seen Barry Sanders of the world. We saw Gale Sayers do it. We saw Jim Brown do it. We saw, you mentioned, go to Vontae Davis, even if it was in the middle of the game.
Calvin
still
Johnson.
did it. Gronk, who was still fairly young, as all things. Doug Baldwin, Calvin Johnson. There's a lot of high-profile guys who just left this sport in their prime, before their prime even, certainly while there was still plenty of gas left in the tank. You don't see that in very many sports.
No.
And if you do, it's because of an injury or some sort of a situation where like Isaiah Thomas like tears his Achilles and he's 32 or 33 and he retires. Larry Bird retired a little early because of his back. You have, but a lot of these guys, there's not a specific. Andrew Luck was coming off of a really good year. Calvin Johnson was coming off of a really good year. Mm-hmm. Barry Sanders was at the absolute top of his game. Jim Brown, like this, we need to take a break, but this is something to think about during the break. The NFL should be scared to death of this because yet again, it's an example of their sport is extremely lucrative. People are making tens of millions of dollars and they say, it's not worth it. Mm-hmm. I can't take your enormous amounts of money because it's killing me. Mm-hmm. That's a problem for your sport. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about that and more. We'll talk about that Florida-Miami game. We will get into some of the games this week, including Memphis and Ole Miss, as it is game week. Finally, we'll do all of that as we continue here on The Experience. Peter and CJ with you, Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7.
Spend your lunch with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy on Sports 56 middays, delivered by FedEx. Weekdays from 10 to 1 on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7.
Family Leisure is celebrating the end of summer with the appropriately titled End of Summer Liquidation Sale. You can get pools for as low as $19.99, patio furniture starting at $12.99, and swim spas, they begin at $99.99. Don't forget to ask about fast installation because there's still enough summer left to enjoy these deals during the End of Summer Liquidation Sale happening now at Family Leisure. Family Leisure, Whitten Road and I-40, where family and fun come together.
Loneliness is the #1 physical killer in America today. That's what Dr. James Lynch, medical researcher at Johns Hopkins, contends in his book, The Broken Heart. Dr. Lynch says that those who live alone, single, widowed, divorced, have premature death rates from 2 to 10 times higher than individuals who live with others. Living alone, he says, does not necessarily produce loneliness, but the two are often related. Among divorced people, suicide is 5 times higher. People who live alone visit physicians more frequently than do married people, and they stay in hospitals twice as long for identical illnesses. What does all this mean? People literally are dying of broken hearts. What lonely person do you know for whom you may be the preventative medicine of hope and life? I'm Shane Stanford with Christ Church Memphis. You matter.
Visit ChristchurchMemphis.org.
If you're going on vacation, making a college campus visit, or if business takes you out of town, there's just no better place to board your dog than Barks and Recreation, 965 Reddock Cove between Bud Davis Cadillac and the Blue Plate Cafe in East Memphis. Boarding, daycare, grooming, we have the best of everything at Barks. Indoor-outdoor kennels so your family member can go in and out as they please. Indoor and outdoor play areas, 4 walks a day, group play, and individual attention from the best staff in the Mid-South, which includes an overnight staff to ensure the safety and comfort of your pet 24 hours a day. All reasons to choose Barks and Recreation above all other boarding and daycare facilities. BarksDaycare.com or 509-0909. Check us out and make your reservations now at BarksDaycare.com. If your dog could speak, he'd say Barks.
Did you know Davis Motorhome Mart is one of the top 10 Tiffin dealers in the U.S.? Come tour the 7.5 acres of beautiful travel trailers, motorhomes, fifth wheels, and toy haul or towables half-tons. Motorhomes from 27 feet up to 45 feet from brands like Winnebago, Coachman, Puma, Highland Ridge, and Tiffin. Take advantage of Davis Motorhome Mart's big blowout sale on 2019s and 2020s on their way. Stop by your gateway to travel freedom. Davis Motorhome Mart at 1145 East Brooks Road in Memphis. Call 901-332-3414 and cruise by the website davismotorhomes.com. DeSoto Auto Sales specializes in late model cars with low mileage. They have the highest standards in the car industry. All of their cars are test driven, checked out from head to toe, unlimited inventory, every make and model. And if it's not on the lot, they'll find it for you. Walk in the door of DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Within 45 minutes, you can test your car, get credit approval, and finish paperwork within an hour. No shortcuts at DeSoto Auto Sales. Kind, courteous employees, a down-home environment. DeSoto Auto Sales cares about your time. Lowest prices in a 350-mile radius. We're living in a world today where time does matter. Visit them online. Check out their referrals. DeSotoAutosales.com. Very proud to serve DeSoto County and other surrounding areas. DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Call 662-890-7184. 662-890-7184. Come on down to DeSoto Auto Sales.
Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hurt. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
The drives are cool while I've got the move. That really move 'em. I said chill. Up and down their spine. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy.
He's a sexy boy, but he's not your boy toy.
Aren't they synonymous?
I felt like they were.
Can you
I was
be
always
one without
confused.
being the other?
He's a sexy boy, but he's not your boy toy. Maybe he's everybody's boy toy.
Not your own, not your exclusive boy toy. He gets around.
I make them hot. I make them shiver. Their knees get weak
Yeah.
whenever I'm around.
Yeah, man.
That's right. And that's, of course, Adam Luck. Retiring.
Adam Luck, man.
Adam Luck is out.
Not your boy toy.
Adam Luck.
Go get it, Adam.
And of course, is Shane Michaels. Because we're getting all the names
Shane?
wrong. It's Shane Michaels.
Shane Michaels. Like Shane. That's not a wrestler.
That's not right.
I knew it. I had a pair of twins on my little league baseball team, Shane and Sean. Lattimore twins. Miss Lattimore, about that life.
Shane and Sean. Shout out to Shane and Sean.
Shane and Sean, what up, boys?
Shane and Sean, shout. Shout out to Shane and Sean.
Yeah.
Shout, Shane, Sean.
Miss Lattimore slapped the hell out of a lady at a baseball game once. We were like 8.
Oh.
It was great.
Oh, my. A texter says that he or she is confident that you've had a laceration. I am, too. You said you've never had a laceration. Laceration is just a cut, man.
Oh, is that what that means?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you get a cut on your kidney, that's a bad place to get a cut. And some lacerations can be big and some can be not so big. But, yeah, you know, you get a laceration on your kidney, not great.
Okay.
Get a laceration on your finger, that's annoying, but you probably
that hurts.
Oh, it does. It does.
Paper cuts hurt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you have a paper
I got
cut
one.
on the kidney, miss me with that.
Look at that. I got one straight down my thumb. Like somehow, like in the folder. Like I don't know how.
What are you reading that
It's
gets
the
you
kids,
that
it's
right
all the
there?
kids stuff, man. I got to go through folders every day. Yeah, I got a second grader and a kindergartner. We got to go through. Here's what they did. Here's this thing. Here's that.
Those manila folders are a beast.
Yeah, manila. We got the folders with the little inserts. We got the we got binders and it's a whole thing. You know. So shout out to all my parents out there who are dealing with paper cuts on their fingers. It's tough. It's tough. It's a hard knock life. I may retire.
You should.
I mean, this is tough.
Eli, I'm not sure what to tell you, but Peter just retired. In the
No, I
middle
meant
of the
from
show
like you know
being a parent.
okay. I thought you were going to retire from the show.
No.
Hey, go. Can you with the budget? We got a budget on the show. We got a budget, Austin. Go and order Peter some Supreme Band-Aids for me, okay?
Supreme. What are those? About $100 box.
It should only be like $160. We checked last week. It should only be $160.
I'll be fashionable as hell.
Get Peter
the Supreme right here.
Get Peter the Supreme.
Only the best. Only the best. That's right. Just like Diana Ross.
Make sure I order one of those bonnets for you while I'm at it.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
That's why they call me Diana Ross. Because I only work with Supremes.
Ah.
Now,
you didn't cringe as bad at that as I thought you would.
No, you liked it.
You like that one.
I like that one. I like that one.
He respected that.
Because I like Diana Ross and the Supremes. Like that, I rock.
He respected that one. Texter says, Peter, what do you think the impact of Luck's announcement will be on other players? There must be other players who are considering similar action, but are on the fence. Does this make it easier for them to walk away now that he has done this? Well, that was kind of what we were talking about, Texter, going into the break, and that was I think the impact of this, I don't know that it's necessarily going to create some kind of a domino effect where a bunch of dudes start to retire, but I do think when players are, trying to decide whether or not it's something that they should do, his having done it now, just like we've seen now in years past, like it is something that the guys have done. And I think that they will look at Andrew Luck and say, well, this guy did it. They'll probably call him. I'm sure he'll be available to chat with him about what it means. And guys are now, I think, more than ever informed about what is the long-term ramification of this game. I don't think that they knew or really considered it as much. I mean, obviously times were different. Go back to the very early days of the NFL and football. These guys were, they had jobs outside of football. They weren't the highly trained athletes that they are now, and it wasn't the lucrative league that it was. But also, they didn't have the option because they had to go out and get another gig. now we make a lot more money. And the guys are in a lot better shape, but that also means that the hits are even more forceful and, the damage is greater and the stakes are higher. Like, you've watched and seen. I go to every year that I've been to the Super Bowl. It's sad to watch so many of these old players walking around like, some of them are not that old and they look like they're, 30 years older than they are. Some of them have, mental issues. Some of them just are physically completely shot, the knees and the joints and all, just gone, the back, all that stuff. I mean, even a guy like Aikman retired a little bit earlier than he otherwise would have for that reason. It's an extremely brutal game, man.
Easy for you as a fan or somebody who likes NFL or likes the Colts, easy for you to recommend that somebody go through a lifetime of pain for a moment of glory. Would you be willing to do the same? Like that is, would you be willing not to hold your kids, not to be able to pick up your grandkids, to be in a wheelchair or to be hobbled severely by the time you're 50 and barely able to get around? What's my man's name? Former Bears quarterback, won the Super Bowl.
Jim McMahon?
Can't remember anything. Like, is it worth it? That Super Bowl, is it worth that? Because to me, it's not. You have to put yourself in other people's shoes and be empathetic. And we struggle with that at times as a society, that we want people to feel for us, but we are not willing to feel for others. But come on, like a championship, a 10, 11 win season, is it worth it for you to be basically handicapped by the time you're 45, 46? I don't think it is.
Well, and again, I mean, there's a different discussion also of is it moral for us to demand that of them? Is it moral for us to derive entertainment from that? And I mean, something I struggle with is I'm a fan of a lot of things that are dangerous and stuff. I mean, I enjoy watching combat sports. I enjoy watching these guys, but there's also a part of me this is barbaric, man. This is, even though they're fully signed up. And the way I think is, if you're a grown up and you sign up for it and you understand the risks, then I mean I suppose that's fine. But I can't help but think there isn't some complicating factor of, like, we don't let animals do this. They don't have.
They can't consent.
They can't consent to it.
Yeah.
But we also don't let people do stuff that even they could consent to. There's certain things we don't let them do. We don't. There's certain things, even if you say, "Oh, I'm willing to do this. I think I'm going to be okay." We don't let you do it for a reason. We protect you from yourself. So,
I think it's okay to be a fan of the sport because, as you say, they are consenting to it and choosing to do it. But I think where the line is crossed is when people get upset if someone makes the best decision for themselves, like Andrew Luck is doing. And you get mad at him because you wanted him to go out and put his health at further risk because you wanted your fantasy team to be better. Like, that's where I think the line is crossed. There has to be as a fan, you have to look at it and say, okay, people have to learn to view them as people, and we view them not as people sometimes.
Agreed. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Got somebody weighed in on this issue as well. Oh, we're going to hear from him. We're going to get to college football as well in hour number 2. It is the experience. Adam Luck is out.
So is Andrew.
Oh, Andrew?
Yeah, Andrew Luck is out too.
Adam Scheffner? Don't say it. Don't say it. I don't know what you can.
They're going to look at Colin? Go to break.
LOL. Come on, dude. You know that. They're not going to do that. Let's take a break.
Thinking about building a home? Perhaps a renovation you want done right. Whatever your plans, contact Ken Garland Custom Home Builders. Ken understands it's a big decision. That's why he works closely with his clients, ensuring they get exactly what they want and expect. Quality construction, on time, and on budget. For 2 generations, Ken Garland Home Builders has been building and renovating fine custom homes all across the Mid-South. Nothing is finished until everything is right. Call 901-751-1632. Online at kengarland.com.
Introducing Top Tracer Range, the new ball tracking and gaming system at Golf and Games Family Park. Top Tracer gathers data such as distance, carry, ball speed, and more. Compete against friends in a points game, long drive, and virtual golf at courses such as Pebble Beach and St. Andrews. Golf and Games Family Park is a great setting for group and company outings, golf lessons, or individual practice. Experience fun, friends, family, and introducing Top Tracer Range, the new ball tracking and gaming system at Golf and Games Family Park, 5484 Summer Avenue.
Need physical therapy but don't know where to go? Tried physical therapy but had a bad experience? Grab your physician's referral and head to Revolution Physical Therapy at the corner of Goodman and Getwell. At Revolution PT, you'll get one-on-one, hands-on therapy. Better and more thorough than just going to the gym. Revolution is locally owned and staffed by neighbors who care about your maximum recovery. And they accept all major insurances. Certified in dry needling, expert in myofascial release. Always relaxed and friendly. Revolution Physical Therapy is just what you need.
I want to invite you to come by the Spirit Shop. You know, that little log cabin on Poplar? Your liquor and wine oasis. The Spirit Shop has been providing sports fans their beverage needs since way back in 1969. So come in now and get ready for the big game. Whether your favorite team wins or loses, the Spirit Shop will help you celebrate or ease that pain away. The Spirit Shop is open every day, and they're located perfectly at 4848 Poplar. That's the corner of Poplar and St. Nick.
At First Bank Mortgage, their core purpose is to help you get to a better place. That better place may be a lower monthly payment, that vacation you thought was impossible, or getting into a home with a fenced backyard where your kids can play. To get into your better place, First Bank Mortgage makes decisions right here at home. Dedicated to helping you get to your better place, First Bank Mortgage. Call Daniel Mooney at 901-462-0145 today. NMLS 741022. Equal housing lender.
Looking good and feeling good? You've been to Rooster's Men's Grooming, the all-American classic barbershop. Whether boy or man, sportster or professional, when service matters, Rooster's is the choice for all gentlemen. Rooster's Men's Grooming offers a full-service shave, precision haircuts, and more, all with top-of-the-line products and a truly professional atmosphere. They even remember your name and offer you a beer. When looking good and feeling good matters, relax and unwind at Rooster's Men's Grooming, Paragon Place, 6300 Poplar.
If you're an outdoorsman and love all things hunting and fishing, be sure to listen to Sports 56 Saturday mornings at 6 a.m. for Outdoors Today. Brought to you by the Gun Store, 6920 Winchester in Memphis. Outdoors Today is a one-hour show hosted by veteran Mark Tobin and a group of respected outdoor-loving guests. Outdoors Today is dedicated to bringing outdoorsmen tips and techniques and tactics to help with your hunting and fishing in all seasons. Saturday mornings at 6 on Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 87.7 and 96.1 FM.
The folks at Homer Skelton Hyundai want to say thank you. Thank you, Memphis, for another spectacular year. They set records, but I can understand why. You think about the product. Where else do you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty? That's what you get on every new car at Homer Skelton Hyundai. Oh, and thank you again for the 11th straight year, the #1 certified pre-owned car dealership in all of Memphis. It starts with that product, but then it goes to the shopper assurance. Where else do you go where you get transparent pricing, flexible test drive? Take the car for a couple of days if you want. Streamlined buying process. You're not going to be there all day, in and out. And then, and I have not seen this anywhere else, the 3-day worry-free exchange. You buy a new car, if you've got any buyer's remorse, you've got 3 days to change your mind. Just get on Lamar. Take it into Mississippi. The first exit's Craft Road, turn left, and go see Chris True and all the gang at Homer Skelton Hyundai.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hurt. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
Your time is up, my time is now.
One of the foremost rappers in the game, John Cena. You can't see me. Now, what do you think? Where does John Cena on the list of MCs?
Oh, certainly top 60.
I mean,
Certainly
was he on
up
the list?
there.
Was Magic
Up
what
there.
What if he had John Cena?
That would be great.
That's quite a ranking there, CJ. Top 60.
Yeah, he's up there with Soldier Boy,
Ja
Snow,
Rule.
Ja Rule.
It's like in the Jays.
Featuring John Cena?
Jay-Z, Ja Rule, John Cena. Like, what? Jamiroquai. Like, what?
He wasn't even a rapper.
I'm just throwing out Jays.
Yeah.
Jaheim.
How he's not on the R&B list. Like, that blows my
How
mind.
was Jamiroquai not on the list for that matter?
Jamiroquai so good. That's a good question.
I know.
Good question. But Magic didn't have an artist like Jamiroquai on that list.
I don't think that's Magic.
He had artists like Jaheim on the list. He had Raphael Sadiq. He had who else was Jaheim's rolling partner? Like, was music on that list?
No, I don't think so.
Music wasn't on the list either?
I don't think so.
Get out of here.
Nope.
I don't know how Adam Luck isn't on that list.
All right, so listen here. Let's get down to it, okay? Because we're back. We're back on the show. It's hour number 2. It's the experience. I'm Peter. He's CJ. That's Austin.
Yep.
We're doing our thing on a Monday morning. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
We appreciate all of you out there. We're here in the Family Leisure Studios. We thank you for joining us there. You need to go over there and check out all of their sales right now that are happening. It is very quickly. Summer is drawing to a close. It's not, we got a long way from it being over, but you can kind of, school's back. You can start to think about, some of your other stuff fall and start to get your patio situation squared away. And as we approach fall, those deals start getting even better over at Family Leisure. So check them out. Again, Family Leisure at 2120 Whitten Road, just north of I-40. We've talked a lot about Andrew Luck's sudden retirement, a blow, a shocking blow. Oh, that really wasn't all that shocking when you really think about it. And I was distracted because I look at Keyshawn Johnson. Keyshawn Johnson looks like he's aged about 15 years. And he looks extremely old. What happened to Keyshawn?
Stop playing football, man. It keeps you young.
Good Lord. I'm stunned. I mean, he looks like I can't believe what I'm seeing. Man. Anyway. So we talk about Andrew Luck's retirement and about the reactions there too, and we had a message on Facebook.
Yeah, from Wesley. Wesley said he appreciates how this show is an advocate for the player. Luck did what's best for him and his family. Colts will bounce back, and they'll find someone to put under center.
I fully agree. It's about him, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it's supposed to be. It just you got to do what's best for you, no matter how much you are making or what you are asked to do is a lot. It does not make you a robot. It does not make you any more than any of these other guys, man. You got to do what's best for you because, as the fans very clearly showed on Saturday night, as soon as you aren't part of the team, boo, boo. As soon as you take some of your own agency and do things that you, boo, boo. Sacrifice yourself for us.
Yep.
We demand your entire body.
Yes.
Do it. So that's people. I mean, listen, sometimes people are, I mean, you got shots fired from out of nowhere from people that really you wouldn't expect to weigh in on issues of, this sort of moral clarity and all that. And then here you go.
Andrew Luck, what did I do to you? You could have retired an hour and a half ago before I picked you in my fantasy picks. I mean, what did I do, baby? I've been a fan of yours. Why would you do this to me? Come out of retirement. I'm just saying.
Peter?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh.
That sounded like O.J. Simpson.
There's a reason why it sounded like O.J.
Peter?
Uh-huh.
I have not heard that clip.
Yep, well.
Adam Scheffner did not tweet that out. I have not. That's not O.J.
That's O.J.
Bro!
At the real OJ 32, the only real OJ.
At a sports bar somewhere. Yeah, you can see the video. Yeah, play that again for CJ. Yeah, he said like a sports bar.
Andrew Luck, what did I do to you? You could have retired an hour and a half ago before I picked you in my fantasy picks. I mean, what did I do, baby? I've been a fan of yours. Why would you do this to me?
What type of
Come out of retirement.
What type of alternative reality world are we living in? This thing has completely jumped
What did
shark.
I do to you, Andrew Luck?
I didn't stab your girl.
What I didn't do to.
I didn't
take
kill
your girl. Come on.
I didn't kill anybody in your family. I didn't murder anybody you know personally, Andrew.
If I did, though.
If
Here's how
I
would've
did,
done it, but
if I did,
that's
though,
another
like,
pay-per-view special,
like
but we'll-
I'll lay out how I would have done it if I did it, but I didn't do it to you, Andrew.
baby?
Are you kidding me?
OJ.
Now Andrew's probably scared. He said, "Come out of retirement." I better come out. Ooh, OJ, I better. He might find me.
Are you serious? That was OJ.
OJ picked him for the fantasy team.
What did I do to you?
OJ's got the hottest fantasy takes on his
OJ needs to
Twitter
shut
account.
the hell up.
Yeah, he picked.
OJ,
He
shut-
picked my boy Saquon over Patrick Mahomes.
Yo, don't tell me nothing else about OJ Simpson's fantasy team. OJ, shut the hell up. OJ Simpson, are we all in agreement now? This is in the 90s. Can we all agree? Like, OJ is a murderer, a double homicide committer.
I mean,
and he's gonna spout out some takes.
He was acquitted by jury.
Oh, okay.
Of his peers.
Okay. But we're all in agreement. He did that.
I mean, the likelihood is
okay
that OJ
yeah, you cleaned it up however you want to.
Acquainted with the ability to,
to murder people,
cut people with a knife and stab them, and
give them lacerations,
correct,
to death.
I would say extreme lacerations.
Okay, yeah, and he's gonna hop in with a.
I'm saying legally, technically, he was acquitted.
Okay,
in a criminal case, which again, very well adjudicated, no shenanigans whatsoever in that case. Everyone did a great job. If the glove don't fit, you must acquit. Man, I think we all learned that, right?
This dude here won't shut
now
the
the
hell
civil
up.
case. Now the preponderance of evidence. Now everything else we know. Yeah.
And he's gonna hop in here with some hot fantasy football takes. This football season is going to be.
What was it with the when Chris Rock said if he was a bus driver, he would have been Renthal, the bus driving murderer?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. We got that. That's true.
Gosh.
But now he's bringing hot fantasy takes from the sports bar. What'd I do to you, Andrew Luck? So that's the kind of moral authority we need. When people retire, that's what it's all about. What's OJ going to say? Is Antonio Brown going to retire? I don't know, maybe.
What's OJ's thoughts on that?
What's OJ's thoughts on it? How are we doing on this whole thing, man?
NFL has done such a good job making us forget how good a running back OJ was. Just for OJ to get out of jail and do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
OJ just won't disappear.
I mean, we can't ban him from Twitter.
He wants to go back.
We've tried.
He wants to go back.
To jail?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, he wants to go back. That's the only explanation I got. Got away with murder. You just got out of jail for some other trumped up charge. If you're OJ, I might be thinking, you know what? Society really doesn't like the fact that I got away with that double murder thing. I should probably get somewhere and shut up and just stop talking. Nope, I'm going to send out a video asking Andrew Luck, like, why'd you retire, homie?
That's not his only video. I mean, his whole Twitter account is basically, you know, he said, as he said in his first video, he has a little getting even to do.
Does he not know?
Have you not looked at OJ's Twitter account?
Austin, guess what? No. I don't let that type of evil in my safe space. Twitter would no longer be a safe space if I
forgot.
followed
Oh yeah,
OJ.
I forgot Twitter was your safe space. Yeah, I forgot. You can't go to OJ's page.
Hey, listen, OJ's just trying to give you fantasy advice. You want to learn? You want to win fantasy? Sometimes you got to deal with the devil.
I mean, he apologized to Patrick Mahomes for not taking him.
How bad do you want to win your fantasy league?
Not that bad.
Well, I mean, maybe somebody else on your team, wants to deal with that. And maybe if you start to lose, maybe somebody's going to get a visit one day, and maybe things might change. Maybe you'd be intimidated to make a trade that you might want to,
run up.
Mm-hmm. OJ is offering all kinds of services for people to improve their fantasy results.
Run up.
I mean,
come holler at me.
So we're gonna talk a little college football. Those old Hurricanes, those Gators got at it. Oh, and I forgot. You know what? And speaking of hurricanes, did you see the proposal? The thought that
we're gonna nuke some stuff.
Yeah, President Trump reportedly he decided that he had, twice has asked in meetings over the last 2 years whether we should just drop nuclear weapons into hurricanes to break them up.
I like that outside the box thinking.
Have we thought about that with regard to Miami's team? Is that part of the issue? maybe.
Certainly the offensive line.
I mean, the offensive line looked like somebody dropped the nuclear weapon into the meeting before they went out and played. They played like they'd just been nuked.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Have we? I mean, can we nuking hurricanes?
That just doesn't seem like a good idea, just to me. But I flunked out of pharmacy school. The knowledge that I have about science and how everything works, nuking a hurricane doesn't work, and it would probably create more
How
issues.
do you know?
I'm just assuming with the mushroom cloud, that toxic gas that comes up in a hurricane with the wind blowing as fast as the wind blows, as erratically as it blows. I would assume that as unpredictably as it blows.
You're what I call
it would
inside the box thinker here.
Oh yeah, it would eventually get someplace we don't want it. That would be my guess. But again, I flunked out of pharmacy school, so what do I know?
That's your guess.
Let's do it.
You should drop that nuke right in the middle of that hurricane and
let's see. Do it one time and
would
see
it
what
just
happens.
like disappear or would it splinter off? Like I don't. Is a hurricane's just a thing? It's just
we're going to eradicate
and stuff. I mean, what?
It's going to evaporate.
Wind? Can we nuke the wind?
Mm-hmm.
Can you nuke the wind?
I can paint with all the colors of the wind. I don't know if I can nuke it.
That's what I was thinking. Have you ever seen what is it? Have you ever seen the wolf?
The wolf cry to the blue corn moon. Mm-hmm.
What's the blue corn moon?
The moon that is full that lets you know that it's time to pick the blue corn.
Is that true?
It seems true to me.
It sounds great. I love it. It's fantastic. Have we nuked that, though?
No, I don't think
Have
so.
we thought about nuking the blue corn moon?
No.
Okay.
Can you nuke all the colors of the wind? We gotta do Disney.
I see a bad moon rising. Let's nuke all the hurricanes.
Got to do a Disney movie.
Yeah. So
I don't know if I can do that, CJ, because I feel like every time we come back from a break, you're going to start ruining the song because you're going to be singing it.
Good point. Excellent point.
That is true.
Texter, I think really just to begin this whole discussion here. Now we got a text that says, not that it matters, but why wouldn't Lick wait till after the game to tell anyone about this? We got Andrew Lick out here.
Or Adam Lick.
Adam Lick.
Adam Lick. Adam Luck. Andrew Luck.
Adam Lick is out. Lick is retired, folks. Lick is out.
Lick is out of the league, man.
That same texter with what I think is a good way to start the discussion about Florida Miami. Felipe Franks needs to lose his cockiness because he sucks.
Yo,
that's beautifully said.
He sucks and Andrew licks.
Adam Suck? Is he back? Is he playing? More like Andrew Suck.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's never been used before. You getting your tuna tobacco can going there? What is that?
Woo!
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that is a really eloquent discussion of this.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
Felipe Franks does need to lose his cockiness because, yes, he does suck.
Mm.
We thought maybe going into this game, a lot of hype about Felipe Franks, man. He's big. That's the big joker. Look at that dude, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's 6'6", 250. He's 6'8", 290.
Mm-hmm.
He's 7'3", 315.
Hey, he put on 15 pounds of muscle in the offseason.
You better believe it. You better believe he did. And then I watched Felipe Franks, and his numbers will look like when you just sort of like look at the whole thing and like the box score and all that stuff. You think to yourself like, okay, like that's not bad, right? Like he looked okay. Like I mean, he ends up. Let me get the exact numbers here, so I don't want to shortchange Felipe. But Felipe ends up with 254 yards passing, 17 of 27 for 254, 2 touchdowns, and an interception.
Mm-hmm.
And you think, man, you know what? That sounds pretty good. That's not bad, right?
Okay.
Sounds pretty good. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Excuse me. He threw that second pick. But when you actually watched him play,
yeah,
never have you seen a guy whose stats were less descriptive of the way he actually played.
Mm-hmm.
How many of those passes were more than 10 yards downfield? I mean, 2 or 3?
And that's the issue, man.
So the long, that 66-yarder was a little dump pass
Mm-hmm.
to, like one of the fastest dudes in the world.
Literally.
I mean, this dude is insane. Tony,
Actually.
he goes nuts. Kadarius Toney is like, he's a little fella, and he just hit it, broke a couple tackles, and boom, there you go. That was not that came off of Florida going like. I mean, I think we've forgotten about this because the game was so bad. But the very first series of the season, Florida at their own 28-yard line fakes a punt on 4th and 3. What? And like that punter is fast as hell, and he got that first down. But really?
Yeah.
You feel the need, you feel compelled against a team you're supposed to beat to fake a punt at that point? To pull out a fake, like, why do you even want that on tape yet? Why do you want other teams to know you? I mean, it was a baffling move that to me betrayed a lot of insecurity about where you are as a team to do that. That was the tone setter for me, is like, oh, if Dan Mullen is this concerned about this game, that he's throwing out a gimmick like this at this point in the game, this early, he doesn't have a lot of faith in his team. And lo and behold, you watch this game, and he shouldn't have.
No.
he was
At
right
all.
not to have a lot of faith in his team. They just barely got by, but this was bowling shoe ugly. This game was ugly.
There's only one thing to say about these two teams in this game.
But they are who we thought they were.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
the game was what we thought it was going to be.
I didn't know it was going to be
There's no
this,
question.
though. I didn't know it was going to be Miami can't get a snap off because the damn right tackle, was it the right tackle or the left tackle that kept?
Both, really.
But both of them kept jumping off, doing the false start thing?
Mean, it was the right tackle was worse than the left.
Like, I can't. And then you do that.
Campbell, I think, was.
And you
Luther
still
Campbell's
give up.
brother.
Oh, okay.
Or son.
Well,
nephew.
Uncle Luke, like, do better. Probably nephew.
Probably
Because he's
nephew.
Uncle Luke.
Yeah.
Do better.
Everyone's his nephew, really.
10 sacks?
Like Snoop.
10 snacks? 10 snacks?
10 snacks? 10
Are you
snacks?
kidding me?
That's delicious.
It's outstanding.
I mean, that's
even.
great. Man, I love. That's why Andrew Luck is retiring, because he didn't get enough sacks. Too many sacks, not enough snacks. That's your problem right there.
10 sacks?
He's like, man, I want one of those quarterback snacks everyone's talking about.
Every now and then, why does my offensive line ever give me any of those snacks?
Is that why they call those pancake blocks? Because you getting them snacks?
I guess so. Snacks are good.
Well, he got sacked.
The wife bought some Oreos for the weekend. She's been sick, so she can't eat them. Your boy is taking care of them, though. 2 sleeves gone.
Just straight up Oreos?
Just straight up Oreos, man. No, it is the
double stuff, or we?
No, it's what's the yellow ones?
Golden Oreos?
Golden Oreos.
Yeah, Golden Oreos are really good.
Just killing it.
Golden Oreos are
killing it. I had 10 snacks over the weekend.
Yeah, you're
Do you drink milk with your Oreos, CJ?
Yes.
Oh, good. I was just making sure.
Yes. Got to dunk the Oreo in the milk,
Get
Achilles
mushy.
style.
Kinda
Yeah,
mushy,
get it mushy, except for that edge right there that the Oreo's been cursed with by the gods, the Greek gods. And you just,
Do you do the twist where you twist it open?
No. Don't got time for a twist.
How long do you hold it in there? Because sometimes I hold it too long and it dissolves. Like
No, come on.
It sort of crumbles in there.
5 count. 5 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out.
Sometimes I go for the full 10 count. That's
No,
too much.
no, that's too much, man.
Too much.
You trying to eat Oreo cookies or Oreo cereal, dog?
I like it real mushy.
Oh, you eat the cereal. Okay.
Then it's like a little mush, and then that crunch at the end, because you have the little part that you've been holding. That's beautiful, right there. But I digress. Jaron Williams, poor guy.
Bless his heart.
It was long. I don't care. I can see now why the idea of a quarterback battle or a quarterback controversy or whatever at Miami really was irrelevant, because it could have been anybody back there, and whether it was like Tate Martell or Jaron Williams or Vinny Testaverde or Brock Berlin, Ken Dorsey, and ain't no one looking great at that point.
No.
The guy barely could even, and frankly, all things considered, it was a pretty decent performance by Jaron Williams, although my man held the ball a little too long. Like, he got a little too nervous, and he brought a couple of those sacks onto himself because he couldn't quite get rid of he's going to have to figure a little more decisive. But, I mean, on points, I would, like, from a boxing standpoint, if I'm judging the game, I think Miami was probably I mean, they deserved something out of this game.
Don't muff that punt. That gives Florida the ball.
The punt
at
muff
like
was
the 10 or something like that. Make the daggum field goal from. Oh, first off, run your ass into the end zone, field goal kicker. You should be fast enough to get. You look up and you watch that fake field goal that Miami had, and there was nobody on the whole left side of the field. How do you get caught?
My man's not that fast. He was. I don't think he would have made it.
Do something. I don't know what you were doing in the offseason, but clearly you didn't put on 15 pounds of muscle because it didn't make you any faster.
No.
Like, get out there and score that touchdown, one. But two, like, make the field goal then. You get closer. That's what was it like a?
But he missed. But he had made a 36 and a 42 yarder. So he missed the 27 yarder, which was
make that one.
I mean, agreed. But I think the muff is what you're talking about. That's
the muff was the muff is a big one.
The muff was huge.
The big one.
The big one. The muff was killed you.
Yeah,
it's too much.
Too much muff, man.
You cannot do that. And I hate. It's like one of those. I don't want to say one guy cost you the game. But one guy kind of cost them the game. Like if he doesn't just drop that ball on like the 10-yard line, then Florida had shown no real ability to sustain any kind of a long-term drive. It showed no real ability to deal. Miami's defense was getting better and better as the game went on. They started out a little shaky and they got better.
4 turnovers.
They were going to be that the turnover chain, the new 305 turnover chain was out and about. And they got the touchdown nucks now, the
little rings,
the full rings,
the hurricanes on it.
Yeah,
never understand the hate for the turnover chain. I think it's awesome.
Who's hating the turnover chain?
There's Twitter hates it.
No, I don't know who you follow
I
on
don't know
Twitter.
who
My safe space,
again,
everybody loves it.
It's your safe space, CJ.
Everybody loves it.
Yeah, I love it. It's awesome. It's got 300 white sapphires.
Yeah, man.
300.
Don't pay those players though.
It's I think it's heavy. But you're right, you can't pay the players. But that was from Uncle Luke, though. I'm pretty sure Uncle Luke just bought that.
Probably.
I mean, that sounds.
It might have been Rick Ross's. He might have just donated.
Yeah, I mean, they got a lot of ballers that are alums and support the program in whatever way possible. Could you fund this year's turnover chain?
Yeah, I would love.
We're asking you.
I would love to
send out a little mailer. We need donations to fill out the number of sapphires in this gaudy chain. Please, could you be part of a program? We would love that. Please don't send your money to any scholarship fund or any. This is way more important. We need more. We need full diamonds next year. We want pure diamonds. We want 24 karat gold.
Next year's chain is going to have Uncle Luke, Rick Ross, T-Pain, and Trick Daddy, Mount Rushmore, Miami artists.
I love that.
We're just gonna put it on.
I love
Rocket.
that. Pitbull's gonna be mad that he's not on it.
Ooh, he will be.
But nonetheless,
probably not.
Also, Gloria Estefan, very upset.
Probably not recruiting a bunch of kids who rock with Pitbull and Gloria Estefan.
I don't know why not. That's your problem right there. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Lots more to get to on college football. Text at 67129. What do you think about that beautiful game? Beautiful college football game. Couldn't have played any better. Clean as a whistle.
How dirty is the whistle?
Mid-season form for both these teams. As we continue here, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7.
Take Sports 56 with you on your phone or tablet. Download our official Sports 56 app today.
Campbell Clinic now offers daytime walk-in care, and you don't need an appointment. If you've got any kind of urgent break, sprain, strain, you can walk into any of their 5 convenient locations Monday through Friday from 8 until 4. There's no long wait you have to put up with the ER, and those doctors are really good, but they're not orthopedists. They're not world-renowned orthopedists who have come up with different procedures and written the manuals for them that are used everywhere in the world, and I'm not kidding you. And you can now see those doctors who treat the Tigers, the Grizzlies, the Redbirds. You can see them today without an appointment. And I'm talking Collierville, Germantown, South Haven, downtown at the Med Center, or even the Campbell Clinic Spine Center in Cordova. Now, if you've got something pressing, you got to go to work, and you can bear the pain until the evening, there's Campbell Clinic After Hours. That's Monday through Thursday from 5 to 8 in Germantown, South Haven, even Saturday morning in Germantown. If you're injured, don't wait. Visit Campbell Clinic Walk-In Care or Campbell Clinic After Hours.
Frontier Western Store's world-famous boot showroom is waiting for you. With aisles and aisles of boots in one easy spot, you will find your next favorite pair at Frontier. Everyone loves Ariat boots, and Frontier has over 1,000 pair in that brand alone. Come grab a pair of rugged work boots like the Workhog, or discover an everyday classic in Ariat's Rambler. Tons of other brands as well: Rocky, Dan Post, Red Wing, Durango, Justin, Twisted X, and many more. Frontier constantly restocks and refreshes their lineup of boots, so you're certain to walk out of the store happy in your new comfortable footwear. They have a wide assortment of sizes available for men, women, and children. Work, dress, or play, Frontier's knowledgeable staff will cheerfully help you find the perfect fit. It's boots galore at Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road, Olive Branch, or on the web at frontierwesternstore.com. Family owned and operated, you know it, since 1967.
Family Leisure is celebrating the end of summer with the appropriately titled End of Summer Liquidation Sale. You can get pools for as low as $19.99, patio furniture starting at $12.99, and swim spas, they begin at $99.99. Don't forget to ask about fast installation because there's still enough summer left to enjoy these deals during the End of Summer Liquidation Sale happening now at Family Leisure. Family Leisure, Whitten Road and I-40, where family and fun come together.
Today, business happens here, and virtually anywhere. Because today, innovative companies are reinventing the way business happens. And they need people who can keep up. With the expertise and technology to get packages to over 150 million delivery points. So, who can help you deliver the future of commerce? The United States Postal Service. See why we deliver more e-commerce packages to homes than anyone at USPS.com/future.
Sports 56 invites you to a live broadcast Tuesday, August 27th from 3 to 6 p.m. at the Spirit Shop. You know, the liquor and wine oasis. Eddie has invited Old Dominic for another bourbon tasting that will go on till 7 p.m. Don't miss out on winning 4 rounds of golf at Wedgwood Golf Course, $50 gift card at the Butcher Shop, and more door prizes. Join Sports 56 live at the Spirit Shop Tuesday, August 27th from 3 to 6 p.m. with Wolo and Stats and the bourbon tasting from 3 to 7 p.m. The Spirit Shop, corner of Poplar and St. Nick. Need physical therapy but don't know where to go? Tried physical therapy but had a bad experience? Grab your physician's referral and head to Revolution Physical Therapy at the corner of Goodman and Getwell. At Revolution PT, you'll get one-on-one, hands-on therapy. Better and more thorough than just going to the gym. Revolution is locally owned and staffed by neighbors who care about your maximum recovery. And they accept all major insurances. Certified in dry needling, expert in myofascial release. Always relaxed and friendly. Revolution Physical Therapy is just what you need.
When's the last time you had barbecue? When's the last time you had Baby Jack's barbecue and it was free? Here's your chance this Friday beginning at 11, Homer Skelton Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Millington. Not only will there be free lunch, but you can see and test drive the new 2020 cars and trucks. And did I mention there'll be lots of food, beverages, and prizes? Plus, Greg and I will be broadcasting live beginning at 10. The good folks at Homer Skelton Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Millington are doing it just for you. Homer Skelton Chrysler Dodge Jeep is located right off Highway 385 at 7661 US Highway 51 in Millington. See you there.
Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hurt. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
It's like a remix of the Rocks version that I know.
Yeah, there's a new one.
This is kind of the new hotness. If you smell what the lick is cooking. The luck says I'm out. The luck is out. Luck runs out.
Like the headline.
Bad luck. Just so many.
Yeah,
that's easy for the headline people. Yeah, easy. They absolutely love it.
Easy. We got a text, and I don't appreciate it.
Taking shots at you, CJ.
Unnecessarily.
Texter says the only thing that would have been better to kick off the first weekend of college football would have been to watch Michigan lose. Go Sparty. Well, soon enough.
Look, the only thing that those Sparty fans would be worrying about is how horrible that alternate uniform is.
It's bad. There's no question about that. We're gonna get it's. So when are you guys are gonna lose here pretty soon, right?
Probably right.
Who does Michigan open up with this year?
MTSU.
Oh, well, okay.
They're gonna lose that one.
For what?
Yeah, you better watch out.
It's not like they haven't lost to somebody they shouldn't have lost to first game of the season before.
If they don't lose to Middle Tennessee, they're going to lose to Army.
Okay.
And then
Army.
After
Cool.
that, it'll be the trip to Wisconsin. They probably lose that one too.
Sorry, CJ. I'm got to
I
root for
sense
Army
a
now.
0-3 start before they host Rutgers and get that first W on the board.
Okay.
Then they'll lose to Iowa.
Okay.
Surge in Iowa after that. So they're 1-4.
I mean, it's maybe
Peter's
not
just
this
like
year.
they're gonna, you know what? Just 0-12.
Next year is Iowa's year to win the Big Ten West. They take
Trip
turns.
to Illinois, they're going to beat Illinois. Let's see, they lose to Penn State. They got to go to Happy Valley there, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
So they go to Happy Valley. So that's a loss. They're 2-5.
I love the in-depth analysis of the schedule you're
Notre
doing right
Dame
now.
is definitely a loss. That's 2-6.
All right, watch yourself.
Michigan
You're being
will beat
disrespectful.
Maryland. Mike Loxley, though. It'll be a close one. They'll definitely lose to Michigan State. So that's
Okay, here we go.
3-7.
Stuff.
And then Michigan, Indiana.
That's what we're doing.
And then definitely lose to Ohio. So
We're
4-8. I see a 4-8 season.
We're just gonna say a
coming.
bunch of ridiculousness.
I see a 4-8 season coming
just
from Michigan.
a bunch of
football.
asininity going on. That's what we're doing.
You might get to 6.
Okay.
You might get to a bowl.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's gonna be
All right.
tough.
Yeah, cool.
You might get there.
Great. Great.
Well, I mean, if you're
I dislike you.
If your coach,
Can I
wasn't
be
such
honest with you?
wasn't such a
I
jerk.
don't like you.
If your coach wasn't such a jerk about all these transfers, I mean, you got Luke Fickell getting mad. Then you got Jeremy Pruitt at Tennessee getting mad because Aubrey Sullivan. We don't have a clue whether.
Are we still not sure on Aubrey?
Don't know.
What are they?
Don't know. He's ready. He's physically ready to go, but we still don't know. And
Right.
Jim Harbaugh is doing nothing to help. And Jeremy Pruitt over the weekend saying, "I know what I've done, but I'm not sure exactly what that institution up north is doing." Now, where there's smoke, there's fire. One guy, yeah, okay, whatever. Now we got lots of coaches talking. Jim Harbaugh is
just write the letter.
A jerk.
Just write the letter.
Period.
Just write the letter.
I mean, when it comes to this kind of stuff, he's a jerk.
Be like, hey, it didn't work out. The kid is transferring.
Yeah.
Kid probably not going to play anyway for us. Write the letter. You got one kid who you made switch positions, who didn't want to switch positions. Write the letter.
Why do you like this guy?
What guy?
Jim Harbaugh.
Oh, I don't like him.
Well, he's your coach.
I don't like him.
You support everything about Michigan.
I do not support everything. I'm not that guy.
M-word Jim is out here.
And double M-word Jim just out here just not being
Not helping
cooperative.
Ugh,
and you can take the stance. What can I do? That's up to the NCAA. You can write a letter. You can say, hey, yo, check this out.
That would be easy.
There's no bad blood here. It just didn't work out.
You'd think that would be the case.
Let the kid play. We're fine with it. I've advocated if you truly feel like, hey, give them one free transfer. If that's the way you truly feel, then write the letter. That's not. Jim Harbaugh has said, hey, I'm a fan of, I'm a proponent of, I'm a supporter of the one transfer policy.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the way you feel, all of these guys, it's their first transfer, write the letter. And be a beacon of player support when it comes to entering the transfer portal. Don't just sit back there and say, well, they transferred, good luck to them. It's all up to them now. Come on, man. Be better than that.
Well, it's they're not better. They're not better than that. He's not better than that.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. But Tennessee's got bigger issues to deal with than that because cornerback Bryce Thompson arrested on a domestic assault charge on Saturday and has been now this morning indefinitely suspended from the team. You know, the classic indefinite suspension, and who knows what could that mean? I guess we'll find out what the specifics of indefinite as the season goes on. But this guy was a freshman All-American, one of the best defensive players for the team that has already lost one of its best defensive players to injury all year. Now he should absolutely be suspended here because this is a very disturbing sounding situation. Again, got to let the process kind of play out, but based on the allegations, it's definitely something that he needs to sit down for. He had told a woman that he had been in a relationship with that he would, quote, slap the bleep out of you. That there's multiple witnesses have relayed that to police on Saturday evening. They had been arguing after the lady in question found fake eyelashes belonging to someone else in Thompson's room. Details matter.
Got to pay attention to them.
Fellas and ladies, details matter.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be leaving fake eyelashes around.
No.
So she finds fake eyelashes that do not belong to her, and that sets things off. So there were apparently a bit of a physical situation. They also heard that he threatened to, quote, shoot up the school, which, in this day and age, when you are putting an issue like something like that out, then that's taken extremely seriously at this point. So, just not a good situation. They described Thompson as extremely upset and agitated. Metal gate was unhinged and had damaged a wall. He initially told police he fell into the gate, then fell down the stairs with it, but then he changed his story to say that actually the gate broke as he tried to pull it upwards. But this is a relationship that's been going on for 4 years, and so through high school and all that. Because he's a freshman, so it's not good, man.
No, not good at all. Not good at all. And it is got to take a deep breath and let more information come out. But that is not good. That's not a good look. And so from a football standpoint, your Tennessee going to struggle on the defensive line, especially. You were thinking that with him being back there and with the other defensive backs behind that defensive line, they might stand a chance in SEC play. But it's not looking like, as of right now, with that indefinite suspension, he'll be out there. So this Tennessee team, with that 7.5 being the over, it's not looking good.
I mean, it's he was going to be a major impact player, and again, it's an indefinite suspension, so it could be that this thing gets resolved and he could be back for Florida game or things like that. But he's likely to miss this weekend's opener. He's likely to miss that's against Georgia State, and then he's likely to. I would assume I don't know how quickly these things are resolved, but there's a decent chance he misses BYU and then on down the line. So it is a challenge. And I mean, you just can't. It's difficult because you want to observe the right of due process in all these situations, but you also have to be mindful of not also supporting or not also enabling players to do this sort of thing. You can't just let it be business as usual when it comes to stuff like this. So it's
words matter,
it's
man.
Rough, man.
Words matter.
It's just bad, very bad timing.
You can't threaten people like this. You can't threaten to shoot up schools. You can't threaten to shoot up anything. You can't threaten to slap somebody, because too often we see that those threats become real. The threat to slap her, while he might be thinking, hey, I'm just saying this because I'm angry, I'm venting, I'm upset. The threat to slap her too often leads to a situation where she does get slapped. She does get abused. The threat of shooting up something too often leads to something being shot up. So you can't say those things, man. You can't, whether you meant them or not, whether you're mad or not, impassioned, whatever. Those types of things, those type of phrases can't come out. They can't, because we live in a different time. And we live in a more observant time. We live in a time where we take those things more seriously because we've seen the damage that those words can often lead to. And it can't. And you're right. It can't be business as usual.
It just can't be. No, you have to take everything extremely seriously, and you have to go through all of the process of examination and all of that. And you're going to have to err very strongly on the side of being very cautious about how your team is handled and how people do things, and how you can't mess with stuff like this. It's a ridiculous situation. Georgia also had a defensive lineman arrested over the weekend on charges of DUI, failure to maintain the lane, and being a minor in possession of alcohol. A situation where it's again, like, what are we doing? We have Uber, man.
Come on.
And this is a kid, Bill Norton, he's from here. So, I mean,
Uber, Lyft, various rideshare apps. Also, teammates.
Kid's a freshman.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know, man. To me, it's so mindless, and especially as a kid, you know, I look, man. You drink, you go to school. You know, odds are there's going to be some drinking involved. I'm not specifically going to like sit here and talk about that and rip a kid for doing that because that would be hypocritical on my part. I got busted for an alcohol situation my first week in school, so
didn't waste no time, huh?
I wasn't arrested or anything, but it was technically it was dry campus, dry dorms and all that stuff, and I was underage, and so I was over at another guy's room, and one of their RAs, and then they got the other people involved. And I know it's just it's just minor. I had to go to like a whole alcohol diversion thing, whatever.
Tennessee Vols, man, y'all are just out of control.
So at the end of the day, it was good. But yeah, I mean, Bill Norton was a great player at Christian Brothers, and he comes in as a freshman, and like just don't do this stuff, man. Please, if you're gonna underage drink, or if you're gonna overage drink,
just if you're drinking in general,
if you're gonna drink in general, there are so many other ways that you can avoid being in a car with you behind the wheel while you have been drinking or after you've been drinking. There's so many. We have it's a huge amount of options. Call teammates, call friends, Uber, Lyft, whatever. There's plenty of opportunity. Taxis. Yeah, I don't know if Athens has got a bunch of taxis, but I mean, you can find a way. You can find your way back.
Yeah. As somebody who has been hit by a drunk driver, like that is very selfish and reckless.
You were hit by a drunk driver?
Oh, was I? Hold on, let me give you the picture. I know we're up on the break. I'll show you then the break. Like got rocked, like spun 360 head-on collision.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, then it's a very personal thing for you. Yeah, absolutely. Don't just. I hope it's a lesson, a very difficult lesson to learn. Damn.
Yeah.
How much damage did were you like? How were you physically?
Here's me physically. A-okay. It was the weirdest thing.
That's wild, man.
It was crazy, man.
You're very lucky. You're very lucky. That car was
so lucky.
For the, you can show it to the camera if you want, but the people the front end of that car is completely plowed in. I mean, done. Total. That's certainly a total car right there. Let's take a break. We'll come back and wrap up hour number 2 here as we continue on the experience. Peter and CJ with you right here. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7.
Sports 56 now has 2 FM homes. You can now find Real Sports Talk on 96.1 as well as 87.7 on your FM dial.
Hi, this is Troy Five-Ash, owner of Five-Ash Roofing. It is that time of year where the weather is unpredictable, and given the recent storms, it's a good time to discuss insurance claims. So here's a few things you should know. Always hire a local contractor, because if you have a problem with your roof down the road, you want to be able to find him. Never allow anyone to pressure you into signing a contingency contract. They're used as sales tools, making you feel committed, and the truth is, those contracts are not worth the paper they're written on. Be careful of door-knocking salesmen. Some are reputable, but many are not. They canvass the neighborhood and tell everyone to file a claim, working their percentages and not caring if you file a claim even when they know the likelihood of it being approved is low. Some will even damage your roof hoping to convince the adjuster it's storm damage. That's fraud, and contractors have gone to jail for that. So do your research and know who you're hiring. Five-Ash Roofing, the official roof of the University of Memphis Athletic Department. Fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Five-Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Hi, this is John Conway with Conway Services. School's back in. Are the kids going to be running out of hot water every morning? Or worse, are you going to be out of hot water by the time they leave? It may be time for a tankless water heater from Conway Services that never runs out of hot water. At Conway Services, we're making now the perfect time to replace that old energy-guzzling tanked water heater with a new tankless water heater with 24 months to pay, interest-free. Or I'll give you $250 for that old tanked water heater. These energy-saving models only heat the water you use, saving you money on your gas bill every month. And you know with Conway Services, you'll be receiving our award-winning service every time. And no more worrying about that tank bursting in your attic either. See why I say now's the perfect time? Call Conway Services, the Mid-South's premier tankless water heater professionals at 384-3511. That's 384-3511. And the first 30 callers with a 10-year-old water heater, we'll come out and inspect it absolutely free.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
Today, business happens here, and virtually anywhere. Because today, innovative companies are reinventing the way business happens. And they need people who can keep up. With the expertise and technology to get packages to over 150 million delivery points. So, who can help you deliver the future of commerce? The United States Postal Service. See why we deliver more e-commerce packages to homes than anyone at USPS.com/future.
Duncan Williams Investment Bankers presents Toby Keith at Live at the Garden this Saturday, August 31st at the beautiful Memphis Botanic Garden.
How do you like me now?
One night, Toby Keith, all the hits.
That was 1,452 beers ago.
With opening act High Valley. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. For more information, visit liveatthegarden.com. Doors open at 6:30. Show starts at 8:30. Also presented by FedEx, True Green, Infinity of Memphis, Regions Bank, Radiance, Pro Show, Mahaffey Tent, and PDR. That's Toby Keith at Live at the Garden this Saturday, August 31st at the Botanic Garden. Looking for a great place to deposit your money? Try First Bank. Competitive CD rates, a money market that moves with Wall Street prime and interest-bearing checking account options. Not to mention their friendly bankers who make decisions locally. To find out more, stop by one of First Bank's 3 local branches. 6482 Poplar Avenue, just east of International Paper. 8398 Highway 64 across from Wolf Chase. And 6280 Highway 64 in Oakland. Or visit firstbankonline.com. Member FDIC. Did you know Davis Motorhome Mart is one of the top 10 Tiffin dealers in the U.S.? Come tour the 7.5 acres of beautiful travel trailers, motorhomes, fifth wheels, and toy haul or towables half-tons. Motorhomes from 27 feet up to 45 feet from brands like Winnebago, Coachman, Puma, Highland Ridge, and Tiffin. Take advantage of Davis Motorhome Mart's big blowout sale on 2019s and 2020s on their way. Stop by your gateway to travel freedom. Davis Motorhome Mart at 1145 East Brooks Road in Memphis. Call 901-332-3414 and cruise by the website davismotorhomes.com.
Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hurt. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
Oh, yeah.
One of my all-time favorites.
I was going to say turn off the lights, but I don't know if we can do that. Get those lighters out. The Undertaker. Coolest intro ever, man.
He always gets the commentators worked up too, like, oh my God, he's back.
It's hard not to get worked up when you hear the
bong.
Bong.
I mean, that's like
bong. Like, oh, okay. Like just the bonging is like, yo, there's a bad dude coming to the ring.
A lot of times bonging is not necessarily related to that. That's some other dudes coming to the ring.
I think that's boinking.
Well, I was thinking like bong hits. Yeah. Like
okay.
Bonging is.
Yeah.
You know,
I can see that also.
Boinking is different also. No, but when the Undertaker had like, yeah, you know, that's fine. Yeah.
You're just spreading all types of wisdom.
He would have, you know, he'd sometimes they have like the druids that would come out with like the torches, and they need. That's awesome. I want an intro. I've always wanted intro music, like any room I walk into. I just want some music to hit and to be able to make it.
Like your own original music, or like, is there a song that you have?
I don't know. I would love. I mean, it'd be great to eventually have my own music, but you know, I might borrow like the Rockwilder from Meth Man, Red Man. Every time I walk into a room, just you know. I mean, it'd get weird if every time I go to the kitchen.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I go to the kitchen, then back out. They're like, oh, hit the music again. Keep walking around the house. I have to limit how many rooms I enter and exit as a result of that, but I think it's worth it. Would that be cool? Just walk in, every time you walk into a room and just hit my music. Hit my music.
People at the party be like, oh, my God. It's Peter.
Woo!
Peter is coming in.
Woo!
Pretty precious Peter.
Let's do it. See, that's what you got to do. You can feel free to text us at 67129. You can also hit us up on Facebook, Periscope, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter, as a lot of folks have done. You can call as well, 360-8255 on the First Bank phone lines. We've talked about the Andrew Luck situation. We'll get back into that in hour number 3. We also talked about Florida and Miami. And then I mentioned the craziness that was Hawaii, Arizona. I hope you stayed up for it. I will say that everybody that kind of we saw early on the folly of picking college football, because it felt that line from Florida -7, first half -3.5. That felt easy enough. Mm-hmm. See, this is the frustration. That's why I don't do it. That's why I can't do it, because you can't.
I do it because I went down to Tunica this weekend, Saturday
did
before.
You put your season bets on all that? I
put 20 on the Lions to win the Super Bowl, 20 on the Lions to win the NFC.
How much can you win for that?
Those two payouts give me $1,700.
I mean, it's never going to happen.
It's not going to happen. I'm not going to. I knew going down there I wasn't going.
Hey, I mean, you only lose $20, so
I was losing 50
Why
off
you
top.
Give me $20. I could use that.
But listen, if I hit for it, it'll be a great story. And then my dad and I are going to take that money and go see a Lions game. He's a Lions fan. I also I said, yo, give me 10 on Tennessee to get to the SEC championship game. And I think she only heard championship because she put me down for $10 Tennessee to win the national championship. It's like, oh, I can just throw this ticket away. This is not going to happen.
You could have thrown the other one away, too.
Yeah, I could throw all 3 of them away.
Were you just in a money-wasting mood? Why don't you just give me money? I could have used some extra money.
Because it's not going to be a good story for me to just give you
It's a great
money.
story for me. Hey, CJ just gave me $30. What a nice guy. That's a great story. I love that story.
Yeah, you like it, but nobody else will like it.
Oh, people would like that.
Oh, they would.
I might share with the people. I might give
You going to share $30 with the people?
I might.
Okay.
What did he thank you at the end of the show, though? That is the question.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's take a break. We'll come back. I got to think about this. We will continue here. Lots more to get to, including a nice performance and a rebounding performance from Team USA, who needed it because them Aussies got us over the weekend. We'll talk about that. A little extra money for Karis LeVert. Michigan product,
man.
Getting paid.
Yeah, he is.
We'll discuss that.
Come on, Karis.
We'll talk more about Adam Luck's retirement.
Okay.
And Andrew Luck's retirement as well.
Okay. We don't have to.
And Andrew Lick.
Andrew
who
Lick.
also retired, apparently.
I saw Scheffner report that also.
There's lots of this. We may check in with the Paul Patrol.
Yes.
To see what they're up to. Paul Feinbaum and Paul Harvey back in the day.
Yes.
Paul Wall.
The
I'd love to
Iceman.
see Paul. I'd love to see Paul Feinbaum and Paul Wall just do something together.
Yeah.
Sweet collab.
With Chris Paul.
Was he part of the Paul Patrol? Chris Paul?
I mean, if Jason Pierre-Paul
Rich
is in
Paul?
it, get Rich Paul in there also.
Jason Pierre-Paul?
Yeah.
That's good.
Wasn't Paul in the
Les
Beatles?
Les Paul, man. Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney, you are correct.
Get Paul McCartney in there?
Yeah.
Sir Paul McCartney.
Yeah, get him in there. Oh, he's a sir. Ooh.
He is. Oh, he is very la-di-da. I got a buddy, Paul Evans.
Okay.
In the house. Put him in there.
Put Paul in there.
Shout out. My guy. Let's throw them all in
There are hundreds of Pauls walking this planet right now, huh?
Peter, Paul, and Mary?
See? Think about that. That's the Paul Patrol. They're all working for you.
Going to help us out? Teach us numbers on Sesame Street.
That's right. Let's take a break. And Elmo is retiring as well.
Shocking.
Ezekiel Elliott also. No? I'm just kidding. He's not retiring. I earned the right. Let's take a break.
Thinking about building a home? Perhaps a renovation you want done right. Whatever your plans, contact Ken Garland Custom Home Builders. Ken understands it's a big decision. That's why he works closely with his clients, ensuring they get exactly what they want and expect. Quality construction, on time, and on budget. For 2 generations, Ken Garland Home Builders has been building and renovating fine custom homes all across the Mid-South. Nothing is finished until everything is right. Call 901-751-1632. Online at kengarland.com. If you're the owner of a company and you're tired of a dirty office building, or maybe you're tired of dirty restrooms, or floors and carpets that are filthy, or windows that you can't even see through, I've got a solution. Let Trinity be your cleaning solution. Trinity Professional Services. They're putting professionalism back in cleaning. They specialize in stripping and waxing and buffing floors, in cleaning carpet. Just make it seem like it's spring outside. Window cleaning where you see through and everything shines. Commercial janitorial services specializing in final construction cleaning. Hey, the people that own this company, they are big construction people. They know what needs to be done. So if you would like it done the right way, call Todd Pope or Tommy Ferrari, the former Tiger quarterback, at 833-6773. 833-6773. It's Trinity. They're your cleaning solution.
At Sunrise on Jefferson, there are meals for every appetite, and sometimes you really have an appetite. That's when the plates come in. If you really want to fuel up, have the kitchen sink. 2 eggs prepared any way you like. Sausage, bacon, hash browns, biscuit, and Hannah Farm grits. Now that's a meal. Sunrise also has the best omelet. Look at the menu, it says it right there. The best omelet, and it's true. Spinach, artichoke, tomato, goat cheese, and salsa verde. If you're ready to fill up on breakfast, you're ready for Sunrise.
It's happened again. Miramichi, that heaven in Woodstock, 15 miles north of downtown Memphis. Miramichi has been made the #1 public golf course in the state of Tennessee. 15 minutes from downtown, all this natural beauty, this very tough test of golf is there for you, and it's #1 again. They've improved again, too. They've made changes. They always do. They want you to have the best golfing experience you could possibly have. And they keep on making these adjustments. They've knocked down some trees. They made it easier. They have better conditions with grass. The greens, outstanding. And once again, they are #1. I also should tell you they've got new golf carts, and they've got these cool little things where you hook up your phone, it'll charge, and at the same time, you've got GPS on your phone. All kinds of innovation and a world-class golfing experience at Miramichi in Woodstock. 3 years ago, I was told I had to have surgery on my shoulder. I had 3 bad things happen. I had rotator cuff issues, tendon issues, bicep issues. I was headed for surgery. And then I met Dr. Schrader. And after his procedure, I didn't need surgery. It is amazing how easy it is. 3 hours, my own stem cells being used on me. Now I can sleep at night. I can play golf. 3 hours, no pain, and I was like a new man. No rehab like you'd need with rotator cuff surgery. It was simply amazing to me, and it can be for you. Again, no pain and an alternative. So if you've got issues, not with just shoulders, but knees and back and neck, they are finding more and more things where stem cells come in handy. You have to talk to Dr. Schrader.
Call 901-465-4300 and see how Schrader Orthopedic and Stem Cell can help you today.
Your Memphis Tigers football team opens the 2019 season against regional rival Ole Miss Saturday, August 31st. And tickets are on sale now, starting at $55 each. Get your tickets today by visiting GoTigersGo.com or by calling 901-678-2331. Or Tiger fans can still grab a 3-game package or a season ticket. College football is finally back. Memphis versus Ole Miss, Saturday, August 31st at 11 a.m. at Liberty Bowl Memorial Stadium. Sponsored by FedEx and ABC Local 24.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM, 96.1, and 87.7 FM. As well as online around the world at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere on your phone or tablet by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, tell Alexa or Google to play Sports 56. If it's happening in the world of sports, we've got it covered. Wherever you are, stay tuned to real sports talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hurt. This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
This should play every time I come to a room. Woo! You wear the robe?
Yep.
That's the other thing. I'd have to put on a giant $15,000, $20,000 robe with sequins and feathers and stuff and put it on every time I leave a room and then get back in and take it off, when I arrive. But it'd be worth it.
Yes.
Man! Woo!
This gets you pumped for the third hour right there.
I love it. Hour number 3 is here. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots to get to as we continue. Peter and CJ with you. We talked about, so many things, really. Andrew Luck's retirement has dominated the headlines, as you would expect. And when a consequential player of that magnitude, a Pro Bowl type guy, just all of a sudden quits in the middle of, he's injury prone, and who knows whether he would have even played. The guy's had an incredible amount of injuries that he's dealt with, but he retires at the age of 29. It is going to shake everything up, and it has shaken up things completely. And we discussed that. We talked about the beginnings of college football, such as they were. It was ugly, but I love it. You know,
hats off to those two
They're all
teams.
beautiful, like a bunch of babies. They're all beautiful, but
some
are maybe not as beautiful as others.
It was ugly, but I appreciate the fact that Florida and Miami, first game of the season, decided, hey, before we work these kinks all the way out, we're going to play somebody who can actually beat us.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I appreciate them not scheduling the Florida A&Ms of the world, the MTSUs of the world, the Southeastern Missouri States of the world.
You talking about MTSU scheduling Michigan? I get it. I understand that.
9:06:45. I'm done with you. And I'm done with this show on a Monday. We couldn't even get through the first.
At least
3
you made
hours
it through
of
2 hours.
I know, it's pretty good.
That's pretty good. You're normally done by like 7:05. So.
My God. But yeah, I appreciate them doing that. You could very easily go out there and schedule a Louisiana Monroe or a La Tech or a Southern Miss.
Whoever else, other Louisiana team.
Yeah, it's very
Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen. You could schedule them.
very, very easily go out there and schedule them. But you schedule somebody who could actually beat you and give you a game.
I like that.
I like that.
Yeah.
For as bad as that game was, I like that. They get a bit of respect for doing that. I wish more teams would do it.
It was. Now here's the thing: you don't have to have a game that's that bad, though.
No, you don't. No.
As a texter points out at 67129 on the First Bank text line, Gators got the win, but dear Lord, Franks looks terrible, and that's correct. Felipe Franks, some of the most deceptive stats that you'll see. He did not sling the hash browns very well at all.
No.
Those hash browns were soggy and not very well cooked. They were not slung around at all. Disappointing hash brown slinging.
But kind of expected. It was expected from me.
I didn't expect him to be that bad.
I expect that's what he is.
Did you not see all the hype?
But Peter, we
Everyone
talked about
was getting hyped.
We
Felipe
talked
Franks
about
is going to be the guy.
He beat Idaho, Florida State, and Michigan down the stretch.
Yeah,
like
but
those
with
weren't
Dan
good
Mullen,
teams.
the quarterback guru.
When you played, the last good team he played was that Missouri team.
He's like Dak
and
Prescott part 2.
Waxed. No, he's not.
Yes.
According to the hype, he was.
Yes.
Dak pooped his pants in the Egg Bowl.
Did they play Kentucky? Did they beat Kentucky last year? Austin, check on that for me. And see if Florida beat Kentucky last year.
I already know the answer to that question.
Did they?
No, they did not.
It
ended the streak of 31 consecutive wins against Kentucky in Dan
Nobody
Mullen's
beats
first year.
Kentucky 32 times in a row.
Did not.
Yeah.
Hasn't Tennessee beaten Kentucky 32 times in a row?
Nobody beats Kentucky 32 times in a row. You might beat them 31 times in a row, but you're not beating them 32 times in a row. Everyone knows that.
So when he played good teams last year, he wasn't very good. When he played good teams who wanted to win and be there, he wasn't very good.
Better.
There you go.
Theoretically. Players
Unless they
are
max
supposed
out.
to get better.
He might be maxed out. This might be what he is.
Well, it was ugly. That's all I can tell you. So we'll get back into that here in just a little bit. A few notes from the hoops world, Sue. Congratulations to the United States for winning, starting a new streak.
Yeah, man.
Overnight, while you guys were sleeping, the U.S. was beating the crap out of Canada, 84-68.
Good.
In the World Cup exhibition game at the same arena where the U.S. won gold in Sydney at 2000.
Mm-hmm.
U.S. never trailed in the game, and you saw Jaylen Brown leading the way to beat Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Donovan Mitchell, 12 points.
Yeah.
Kemba Walker, 12 points. Miles Turner, 10 points, 15 rebounds.
Miles Turner out here balling.
Kyle Wiltjer led the way for Canada with 21. While Orlando Magic forward Kim Birch, Canada's lone NBA player in the game.
Oh.
You mean Wiltjer's not in the league? Oh, come on. Had 13 points and 6 rebounds.
Okay.
And Andrew Nimhard, who injured his knee last week. Remember him?
Yes, very much so.
Give me like a quick scouting report on him.
Man, I always said that Nimhard is an explosive player. He uses that explosiveness to do explosive stuff. Real good with the
put him in a
ball.
hurricane? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying
Drop
like
him
he
in a
is.
hurricane, see what happens?
I call him Nuke. That's my nickname for him.
Well, I got speaking
the
of
Nukester.
nicknames, they have a player who Kaza Kajami Keen.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be careful with that one because they're all three of those names start with K, and so we got to be real careful about how we shorten that up. We can do Triple H, we can do Triple J, but
can we do K cubed?
Gotta do something. Gotta do something else. Can't do that. Really, the family really needs to just. I know it's a family. Can we?
Are they up in Canada though? That seems like a United States group.
It is.
So up in Canada, like
well,
I think you can get away with the 3Ks.
Yeah.
Down here, it hits differently.
It
hits
significantly differently
down here around these parts.
Kaza Kajami Keen.
Yeah, up in Canada, I think you can do that.
And your boy Brady Heaslip.
Mm-hmm. My boy. Yes.
Love that guy, right?
Love me some Brady, whatever his last name is. Yes.
So anyway, the U.S. lost over the weekend though. To Australia.
Yeah.
And so Kyle Kuzma was the final cut. Now he's got a quote unquote left ankle injury.
You think that's what it is, or you think they said, "Kuz, we're
Greg
going to cut
Popovich
you"?
says it's a huge disappointment. I think we're all just being
Kuz
nice.
trying to save face, like, nah, let's lie like I got an injury. I got a brand to maintain here.
I think
dog.
we're all just being nice, is what we're doing right here. I think we're just being sweet. That's I think that's the whole situation there. But at least we won.
Mm-hmm.
At least we won.
Yeah, new streak, baby.
So let's go. Let's get it.
Let's go. Run through it.
You still confident the U.S. is
I'm
going to win?
very confident, and by very I mean not as confident as I was.
Patty Mills dropped 30.
Patty Mills went off.
Mm-hmm.
Went off in that game.
Mm-hmm.
And they just couldn't. They had the lead. They had a big lead. It looked like for a while, according to what I read. I didn't watch it, but it looked like, hey, this is going to be Team USA kind of coasting this thing out, cruising to victory. And then Australia just flipped a switch on Team USA. And we're not used to Team USA having the switch flipped on them. But that switch got flipped. It got flipped hard.
Flipping switches.
Flipping switches.
Like I've been fixed with hydraulics.
Yeah. That's what Australia did.
You excited about your boy Karis LeVert?
Getting paid, baby.
3 years, $52.5 million from the Brooklyn Nets, getting a rookie extension. Coming back from that, what looked like a really potentially career-ending type injury that he had last year, and he's been very good, very solid player. I think it's a good contract for both. It makes perfect sense. Not too much money for LeVert, like about $17 million a year, which is again. We really should stipulate, and I've been a proponent, CJ, for a long time, of using, instead of just purely putting the pure dollar amount out there, because I think that's sort of deceptive.
Mm-hmm.
What we need to put out there is the percentage of what that is in relation to the cap. So he's making 15% of the cap. This guy's making 25% of that cap number. This guy's making, this amounts to 18%. This is 12%. So then you understand relative, that goes across all eras and times. So then that makes sense that what, Michael Jordan or whoever was making relative to their cap was based on. So I think you have to, that's the way to look at it. Because sometimes the numbers are just like, oh my God, he's making this much money. Yeah, it's a lot of money. But I mean, for our purposes, it's really more about, how much of a percentage of the cap or how much percentage under the tax, all that stuff. are we talking about here? And in that sense, it's not a overwhelmingly huge contract.
No,
It's a big contract, but it's not like off the charts.
I read something about a poison pill clause or amendment where, like, he counts $2.5 million this year against the cap, but if they move him, he'll count like somewhere upwards of $10 million on the trade partners cap or something like that to make sure that they don't just trade him away, so he keeps the little bit of power.
What are you talking about?
Let me find that.
You're just making that up.
I'm not making it up.
You're just making stuff up.
I'm not making it up. I might be making it up.
Yeah, you're making that up. I mean, there is something called base year provision that means that if he's traded in the first year of the contract, that he would count as half the value. But that's not just him. That's every new contract. That's any newly signed person, based on the CBA, pretty much. So you have what they call base year compensation. Is that what you're talking about?
I don't know.
Because I don't know what this poison pill situation. I mean, you could put in like a trade kicker, but there's nothing that you can put in a contract that would do that. The only thing you could do on a trade is you can have a trade kicker, which means that the player can get a 15% bonus if they are traded, and so it costs the team, extra money to do it. So they wouldn't be inclined necessarily to do it. But you can't materially change the contract to any major degree. That's the contract the way it's going to be, either way.
I'm looking forward.
Again, you have a history of your mental mind just sort of making stuff up here. So I think this is kind of what we're dealing with.
Is
this? I'm telling you what the CBA says. That your mental mind can do whatever it needs to do.
Okay. And it will. You know what? My mental mind will do whatever it needs to do.
I think that's fair. Speaking of contracts, Dwight Howard. While you look this up, you keep looking.
I will.
I'm curious. I'm very curious.
Just keep
looking. That's right. Dory.
I am Dory.
You are Dory. That
is this relationship.
That is exactly what
you're
Marlon.
I'm Dory.
That is exactly what sometimes I feel that way. So Dwight Howard has agreed to a deal with the Lakers. It's a minimum contract, and it's not fully guaranteed. That tells you kind of where the Lakers are in this whole thing. And there's a lot of the discussion. I know Woj was talking about it. It's been there's like he's got to prove himself, and he had meetings with LeBron and AD and had to prove himself to. He had to prove himself to JaVale McGee. JaVale McGee was part of the Lakers group, the delegation that met with Dwight to say, are you in this or out? Are you in or out? JaVale
freaking McGee.
NBA champion JaVale McGee.
Got to put it on his name.
Says, are you in or are you out?
You gonna take this seriously?
Are you a baller or are you not? Are you gonna be
JaVale McGee
part of the problem or are you part of the solution? Dwight?
No wonder they signed him.
And
JaVale McGee is a part of it.
JaVale McGee.
JaVale was like, yo, we got to get this guy. Otherwise, everybody's going to be making fun of me the whole season.
JaVale, he got the JaVale seal of approval. And so let's go. That was the deal. Now, from a Grizzlies standpoint, nothing is particularly nothing is really important from an on-court perspective when it comes to this deal. However, the Grizzlies did very well when you look at the totality of the thing. So this whole thing started as C.J. Miles opting in. C.J. Miles was traded to the Grizzlies as part of the Marc Gasol trade. He opted in to an $8.7 million contract. Basically, I broke that news to the extent that it could be broken because I asked C.J., are you going to opt in? He said, yep. So, I want all the credit for this. So, give me all that credit. Breaking that news. What is it? The Peter bomb, Edmiston bomb.
Let's figure that out.
Yeah, let's figure that out. Let's get that out there. So I broke that. Just saying.
Peter Plop, Peter Ploop,
Peter Plop, Peter Plop,
Peter Ploop,
Peter Ploop.
That Peter Ploop.
Peter, no.
Yeah, we're going with it.
No. Dear God.
So tell us more about the Peter Ploop.
So anyway, no, he opts in not surprisingly, $8.7 million. That's what was sitting on the Grizzlies' books a few months ago. C.J. Miles, a guy that is a good player, but not one that is necessarily part of this rebuilding sort of thing. They don't really have any use for his skills based on what this team is going to do. They would rather go ahead and develop talent, not really trying to win at any major high level yet. You really want to use those spots for development down the line. And C.J. Miles is a useful player, but not exactly a superstar or anything of that nature. So he's making more money than the Grizzlies necessarily wanted to pay out. So they trade C.J. Miles to the Washington Wizards, who needed a wing. They needed a wing, and they needed somebody, and they have higher aspirations this season. Whether they can get there or not is extremely debatable, but they have those aspirations. So they needed a guy that could play those minutes. They needed wing help. They didn't do a whole lot in free agency with that, so they went and got him. Great. And they trade him for Dwight Howard, and because of the nature of what the Grizzlies have salary-wise and everything else, they could take they took back less money. The Wizards could take C.J. Miles in. And so it was $5.6 million for Dwight Howard. So now the Grizzlies have taken that one roster spot that C.J. Miles was in, and they've reduced it now to $5.6 million. Mm-hmm. So you saved about $3.1 million right there. But obviously they had no use for Dwight Howard. He was never going to play for the Grizzlies. As I told you, he's never even going to show up to Memphis other than wearing somebody else's jersey. And lo and behold, he's not. But instead of waiving him, which they certainly could have done, that still would have been a $5.6 million hit, but you would have waived him and you keep that roster spot. They instead trade him or instead negotiate a buyout whereby, because they helped and they said, look, Lakers, you need, with Boogie going out, you need somebody to come in and play some of these center minutes. Congratulations to Boogie on getting married over the weekend, by the way.
Oh, big shouts out to Boogie.
But anyway, so they needed somebody to fill those minutes at center. The Grizzlies allowed the Lakers to negotiate with Dwight while he's technically still under contract with the Grizzlies. That's, you're just doing him a solid because of this reason. Now, if you can come to that agreement with the Lakers, which he did for about $2.57 million, that's the minimum, then Dwight was willing to take that off the bill for the Grizzlies as a condition of letting him out of the contract. Mm-hmm. That's how the buyout, typically works. You give back some amount of money in order to get your immediate freedom from that contract, and you can go and sign wherever. So the Grizzlies said, okay, we'll do that, but you got to give that back. So Dwight agreed to give that entire amount back, which means he's going to make the same $5.6 million in essence. He's just going to make 3 point whatever from the Grizzlies and the rest of it from the Lakers. There's another thing called the set-off cost, and so the Grizzlies won't save quite all that money, but they'll save about $2 million on top of that. So they've saved, as a result of that deal, they took that same roster spot, which they weren't going to use anyway, for any of these guys. We're going to have to cut or whatever. They've taken that now and cleared it, and cleared little over $5 million in the process. Doesn't matter to the fans. The average fan is not going to see any change in that, but it does matter to the owner, who obviously, Robert Perry, is the one who's going to have to write that check for the payroll eventually. So you save $5 million in payroll from his perspective for essentially nothing. I mean, nothing was going to change. This doesn't have any material impact. And in doing that, you also kind of prove to him like, hey, okay, we're going to save some money, which down the line, he may be willing to spend a little more. He may be willing to do more if you've shown that you're pretty shrewd with that money. It's just a good order to do in business. It also shows down the line for Iguodala. I mean, I don't think that you can get as much of a give back from him, but you got to give to get. And Dwight Howard gave back nearly half of his obligation from the Grizzlies standpoint to get out of that contract. Now, Iguodala certainly isn't going to do anything like that, but they're not just going to let him out. They're not just going to waive him. There's going to have to be a negotiation process. So it does serve all those roles. I think it's an important move for that reason.
Cap space. It frees up a couple mil.
I mean, not this. I mean, okay. They're not under the cap, so they have. It saves them some money under the luxury tax, which is helpful. But they're not. They were never going to pay the tax, and they were okay in that regard. So yeah, it's not a cap situation for the Grizzlies.
Well, I'm just wondering, like we saw with that trade exception. how they were able to absorb that Iggy contract and got a first-round pick for absorbing that contract. If they can now, to help facilitate another team's trade, absorb a contract and help a team out and take a draft pick in return for that absorption. If they can do that now.
I love the phrase absorption. Absorption.
Yes,
that's
a wonderful
excellent.
word. It is.
It does certainly in terms of the cash outlay. Yeah, it does give them the opportunity to, if they could find somebody else that's willing to do it. At this point, there really is not a ton of we're not in the mold here where there's just tons and tons of teams that are needing to clear. But I mean, as you get down to as you approach the trade deadline, you might. To be able to take them in, it's possible. Now the Grizzlies have a few trade exceptions they could use potentially to facilitate that. So yeah, I mean, right now you're talking about they're about 10 to 12 million under the luxury tax. So yeah, they could take on a couple of those.
The only reason I'm asking is because Chris Paul is still out there. He's still with Oklahoma City, and let's see. No, he's just there.
Let's see. Not with the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies won't be involved in that. I mean, they could be involved with some other. I mean, maybe as a third team.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A third team to help facilitate that.
I can't even envision. His contract is so big,
okay,
and he can only be traded. He can't be aggregated with other players. It just is. I don't know. I mean, maybe. Listen. There's all kinds of weird. These guys, Zach Kleiman has proven to be very shrewd when it comes to cap management. So there are probably ways that I can't even think of. Who knows about this whole thing? So it's very, very possible. But at this stage, I would say I don't. That seems unlikely. But just another example, just being a very smart front office. Again, doing stuff, forward thinking, just clearing some money, making it easier. The stuff that we just haven't seen around here. I mean, the previous front office just didn't do a whole lot. Just wasn't out there in these streets making these little moves like this. And these dudes are getting grimy.
That's what it takes.
You got to get your hands dirty, man. You got to get that calculator dirty. You got to get down in it.
Mm-hmm. All up in those numbers.
That's what they're doing.
And the crawl of the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Got to do it.
You got to get it. Exactly right. Let's take some breaks.
Multiple breaks or just one?
Let's just take one.
Okay.
I was gonna say let's take several, but these are the breaks. These are the breaks. What?
Come on, man. Be better
This
than that.
is the break. Break it up. Break it up. Break it up. Should we do that as our bump music?
No.
No. We can't. Curtis Blow's right here in the other studio. I'm sure we can.
Oh,
let's get him over
come
there.
on.
Let's.
I'm sure Curtis has better things to do.
Come on,
than
man.
sing us the break.
Let's take
or
a
rap
break.
us the break.
Well, we can rap us. Come on. He really doesn't. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. Facebook, Periscope, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Hit us up, Curtis Blow or anyone else that wants to message us. We are on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7.
Check out Dave Voloshin and Brett Norsworthy with Sports Time. Weekdays from 3 till 6 on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7.
The folks at Homer Skelton Hyundai want to say thank you. Thank you, Memphis, for another spectacular year. They set records, but I can understand why. You think about the product. Where else do you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty? That's what you get on every new car at Homer Skelton Hyundai. Oh, and thank you again for the 11th straight year, the #1 certified pre-owned car dealership in all of Memphis. It starts with that product, but then it goes to the shopper assurance. Where else do you go where you get transparent pricing, flexible test drive, take the car for a couple of days if you want, streamlined buying process? You're not going to be there all day, in and out. And then, and I have not seen this anywhere else, the 3-day worry-free exchange. You buy a new car, if you've got any buyer's remorse, you've got 3 days to change your mind. Just get on Lamar, take it into Mississippi, the first exit's Craft Road, turn left, and go see Chris True and all the gang at Homer Skelton Hyundai.
At Jason's Deli, you can stuff yourself full of great deli food that's healthy, fresh, and best of all, it's not expensive. Jason's Deli is all about choice. Whether you're looking for a gluten-free menu, vegetarian sandwiches, healthy kids' meals, or if you'd like to invent your sandwich via the build-your-own selections, Jason's Deli has you covered. And they only use fresh, wholesome ingredients. Choose from the club and specialty sandwiches, paninis, wraps, soups, salads, pastas, and much more. I love the cleanliness in the restaurant, the hospitality, and of course the cost. They have a huge salad bar and great soups, including Southwest chicken chili, fire roasted tortilla, organic vegetable, tomato basil, and many, many more. And if you're planning an event, their catering department is fantastic and can handle any size party. Go check out Jason's Deli's 4 locations. On Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, that's my favorite, on Germantown Parkway in Cordova, at Poplar and Highland, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch.
I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses will buy a house in any area, in any condition, and yes, it's guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your home quickly, call 901-406-1101. If you've been through a divorce, if you lost your job, if you're tired of renters, I Buy Houses can get you your money quickly. I Buy Houses will buy your home in Shelby County, DeSoto County, Memphis, Bartlett, South Haven, Horn Lake, Olive Branch, anywhere and everywhere in between in any condition. And yes, they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pen, 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses.
Introducing Top Tracer Range, the new ball tracking and gaming system at Golf and Games Family Park. Top Tracer gathers data such as distance, carry, ball speed, and more. Compete against friends in a points game, long drive, and virtual golf at courses such as Pebble Beach and St. Andrews. Golf and Games Family Park is a great setting for group and company outings, golf lessons, or individual practice. Experience fun, friends, family, and introducing Top Tracer Range, the new ball tracking and gaming system at Golf and Games Family Park, 5484 Summer Avenue.
Looking good and feeling good? You've been to Rooster's Men's Grooming, the all-American classic barbershop. Whether boy or man, sportster or professional, when service matters, Rooster's is the choice for all gentlemen. Rooster's Men's Grooming offers a full-service shave, precision haircuts, and more, all with top-of-the-line products and a truly professional atmosphere. They even remember your name and offer you a beer. When looking good and feeling good matters, relax and unwind at Rooster's Men's Grooming, Paragon Place, 6300 Poplar.
Spencer here with ATC Fitness. We have exciting news. All premium members of ATC Fitness now have access to our newly added hydro massage lounges. That's right, for only $25 a month, you'll have access to all 18 state-of-the-art facilities, access to tanning, and now access to the best massage unit on the market. Come in today and relax with a free demo. You deserve it. Don't forget, you can also sign up online. ATCFitness.com. ATC Fitness, exercise your right to look good.
Got something you want to get off your chest?
You better have a backup plan.
Want to join the conversation?
Someone needs to tell him he has to grow up.
Join us on the First Bank phone lines at 360-8255 or the First Bank text line at 67129. Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hurt. This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
He's just a common man. Working hard with his hands. He's just a common man.
You know who this is?
No.
It's American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Oh.
This is the, look at that. The little,
It does make you want to wiggle a little bit.
Just a hint of funkiness. Not a lot. Not a lot. Not a lot. If you're black or white, redneck funky, that's all right. I'm not sure what that means, but let's enjoy that lyric.
The Common Man Boogie.
All right now. Go ahead.
If it doesn't matter if you're black or white, redneck funky, that's all right. I mean, that's beautiful. What is redneck funky? I don't know. But we got it.
I do want to hear some redneck funk now.
Daddy, I'm bad, and they know I'm bad.
Daddy. Hard times, Daddy. All right, let's talk a little bit about some hard times. Unfortunately, hard times for LaRon McClain, former Pro Bowl fullback, player who, was a standout for a long, long time, a guy that was, at Alabama for, a difficult kind of transitional time down there, and played a lot of football, fullback, running back, lot of pain and agony. And when you contrast this to Andrew Luck's situation, this helps to put it into perspective a little bit.
Let's perceptualize it.
LaRon McClain, this morning, from his Twitter account, at LaRon_McClain33, says, I got to get my head checked. Playing fullback since high school, it takes too effing much to do anything. My brain is effing tired. At NFL, I need some help with this S. Dark times and it's showing. Effing help me, please. They don't care. I had to get lawyers, man. Said, need to tell my story of how my head is crazy and how football did it. Please, someone help me get this out. The at NFL puts paperwork in our faces and that's it. Yes, it's some programs. Bleep all that. I need help now. I need a plan. Man, they don't bleep and get it, man.
You pit that statement, add that with just this year, Albert Haynesworth taking to social media to beg people for a kidney because of all the drugs he was pumping into his body so he could go out there and play. And how could you not look at what Andrew Luck is deciding to do and say, okay, cool, thank you. We appreciate it. We understand. Good luck to you the rest of your life. Hopefully you have a long and healthy life after your decision, man. We get it. I get it. How can you not get it after that? After hearing those tweets from my man, after seeing Albert Haynesworth just laid up in the doctor's in the hospital on dialysis begging for a kidney, how can you not get it after those things? Is your entertainment worth more than people's lives? Because I don't think it is.
Well, and on top of all this, again, this is where, as ever, the devil's in the details and all this stuff. Okay, So the NFL, very huge amount of publicity, a very showy sort of settlement, $1 billion concussion settlement. So you're thinking, oh, okay, all right. Now again, $1 billion sounds like a lot, but when you think about what the NFL makes per year, and over the course of decades, relative to what that $1 billion is, it's not very. When it comes to we're talking about the health and well-being of a 20,000 member class in this class action suit, 20,000 people for $1 billion. The average settlement is about $500,000, give or take.
All right,
that's a lot of money. But if anybody that's ever been through significant medical issue knows that $500,000,
you run through that quick.
That doesn't take long at all. You can go through that in a week.
Yeah.
If things get real bad. And but here's the worst part. So the NFL has alleged all sorts of things to try to make it harder to actually get this money. So they've put through in as a result of some of the back and forth and negotiations and legal claims and allegations and all this. The U.S. District Judge Anita Brody has imposed a 150 miles from home rule to thwart doctor shopping. The NFL is claiming that there's fraud in all this and that you're shopping for doctors to get the most and all this. So you now technically can only have doctors that are 150 miles from your home in order to actually do this. Now, depending on where you live, how many qualified neurologists are going to be within this space? There aren't going to be enough to deal with this. Some areas you're fine, some areas you're not, but that doesn't matter. And again, now she also took out 3 of the 4 attorneys that were handling this on the class action side. And so now there's only 1 attorney left to deal with 20,000 members of this class. Again, all this little stuff. So even though you claim it's $1 billion, but and this is what LaRon McClain's talking about, all these little forms and you got to go through all. I mean, what a guy that is experiencing severe, and he's clearly experiencing severe mental trauma. He needs help, immediate help. He needs to be in talking to somebody. He needs to get treatment. Something needs to be happening. If you don't have the money, or if you don't have the possibility to cover any of this, in the NFL, where you applied your trade, and who alleges to be taking care of their people, won't do anything for you. And even when they are supposed to be doing something for you, it's actually you have to jump through all these hoops and hope that it's going to be okay. It is frustrating, and you now you can understand maybe a little more clearly why Andrew Luck, who's got a mile-long injury rap sheet, can say, I'm out. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm done. And I have the financial wherewithal to do it. I'm fortunate and blessed in that regard. I can do it. So I'm out. You don't want to be like this.
No.
This sounds miserable. But people don't talk about it.
It sounds scary.
It sounds extremely scary. You're trapped in this brain that has been jostled and hit and is obviously in serious distress. Not a good place to be.
At all. And how can you hear this and say, okay, anything but okay, I respect that. There's a lot of disrespect going on right now when it comes to what Andrew Luck has decided to do. There's a lot of, millennials don't want to work. They don't want to rehab. My family, we go and we put our lives on the line doing blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay. But if one of your family members decided, you know what, this ain't for me anymore. I don't want to work this dangerous job anymore. I don't want to put my life on the line. I want to have those moments with my family. I want to be able to stand up on my daughter's wedding day 30, 40, 50 years from now, whenever it comes, and be able to walk unencumbered her down the aisle. I want to be able, when she has when she has children, when my son has children, I want to be able to pick my children's children up in my arms. I want to be able to hold them. I want to be able to do all the things that regular people kind of take for granted. I want to be able to remember how to get home.
If you look at his Twitter feed, and then this morning he says nights like this are the worst. I cannot sleep. My anxiety's up. Real talk. I'm a bleeping mess. Like, what's wrong with me, man? Come on, bro. SMH, please just pray for me. God wins. God wins. Then an hour ago, while we were doing the show, he says, great career, Luck. I pray you don't have to go through bleep on your mental like me now. I swear if you called and I answered, cool. But if I ain't answered, stop bleeping calling me, please. Y'all don't care. Leave me alone, GD. I'm going to handle this the best way I can. And he keeps just like, this is the Twitter feed of somebody who's in some serious distress. And there's going to be more of this.
Yeah.
Because, he took a lot of shots and helped this man. And that's the point of the NFL here. When you have these injuries that happen on your watch and your group knew that the likelihood of something like this happening was high, and that there were far more dangers than the public had been led on, and that becomes a workman's comp issue. That becomes a employer issue at that point. Take care of this guy. It's there are a lot of injuries and unfortunate things that happen to people, and it can be very, very sad. But quite often, if it's job related and if it's an intrinsic part of the job, then that becomes an issue for the courts. And this is an example of that. Full stop. As the NFL's already paid out and has already admitted as such. So I don't know how you can, again, I just said, I don't know how you can look at that. It's just hard. It's very difficult for me to understand the mentality of playing that high level football for that long. Because there just seems like the risk of ending up like this is very, very high. Not saying everyone does. Obviously, everyone's situation is different. Everyone's wired differently and all that. But there are a lot of guys like this out there. A lot of scary stories. Dewerson, Junior Seau, that are scary. We're talking guys that have ended up drinking bleach. Guys that have slept in cars and got wrecked entire families.
Who's my man for the Chiefs that recently committed suicide in the parking lot?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's. Not Derek Lewis. He died. Yeah. Who was that?
I can't remember.
Well, let's find out. Because these are stories that are very, very scary. Javon Belcher. That's who it was. Killed his girlfriend and then drove to Arrowhead Stadium and killed himself. Again, and that was 6-7 years ago.
Yeah.
Again, it's just there's too many of these. And so you put that as a contrast, and you put that as the context for Andrew Luck's decision. Makes perfect sense to me.
It does to me too.
I just don't. I don't know how much. Again, I don't know how much longer you can. People love the sport, man, but if this is the outcome that can happen, and we've seen examples of, that's a hard sell.
Who was the guy that played? I think it was the 49ers. Like, he got drafted and played like a game, and then he retired.
You know about Glenn Coffey? Glenn Coffey, I think was.
It was fairly recent.
Yeah,
yeah. He because he said, "I just don't want to take the chance."
Yeah. I mean, to me, it doesn't add up. We got to take a break, but it doesn't the risk reward situation. I don't know how much money is worth that kind of a life.
Again,
for the rest of your life.
I think that's what he's thinking about. He wants a better future.
How much money is worth that? And he's had the fortune of making a great deal of money. A lot of these guys, retire and haven't made all that much money, and they still retire because they can't. The quality of life is not going to be there.
Well, I mean, he's got enough just on what he got with the $24 million to live for the rest of his life.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's take a break. We'll come back and wrap up this edition of The Experience. Peter and CJ with you from the Family Leisure Studio, Sports 56 96.1 87.7.
Get happy with Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Weekday afternoons from 1 till 3 on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
Upon official review, the ruling on the field stands. First down.
We deliver jerseys, funny foam fingers, and everything you need to get ready for the game. But what you really get when FedEx knocks on your door is so much more.
FedEx Delivery.
Game day spirit. What we deliver by delivering.
Frontier Western Store's world-famous boot showroom is waiting for you. With aisles and aisles of boots in one easy spot, you will find your next favorite pair at Frontier. Everyone loves Ariat boots, and Frontier has over 1,000 pair in that brand alone. Come grab a pair of rugged work boots like the Workhog, or discover an everyday classic in Ariat's Rambler. Tons of other brands as well: Rocky, Dan Post, Red Wing, Durango, Justin, Twisted X, and many more. Frontier constantly restocks and refreshes their lineup of boots, so you're certain to walk out of the store happy in your new comfortable footwear. They have a wide assortment of sizes available for men, women, and children. Work, dress, or play, Frontier's knowledgeable staff will cheerfully help you find the perfect fit. It's boots galore at Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road, Olive Branch, or on the web at frontierwesternstore.com. Family owned and operated, you know it, since 1967.
First Bank is here to help you, whether you're a business looking for a loan to expand or refinance an existing one, a homeowner looking for a mortgage or home equity line, a consumer wanting to finance your dream car, or wanting a competitive rate on your CD deposits. Let First Bank try to handle your banking needs. Stop into one of First Bank's 3 local branches today: 6482 Poplar Avenue, just east of International Paper, 8398 Highway 64 across from Wolf Chase, and 6280 Highway 64 in Oakland. Or check them out online at firstbankonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your Memphis Tigers football team opens the 2019 season against regional rival Ole Miss Saturday, August 31st. And tickets are on sale now, starting at $55 each. Get your tickets today by visiting GoTigersGo.com or by calling 901-678-2331. Or Tiger fans can still grab a 3-game package or a season ticket. College football is finally back. Memphis versus Ole Miss, Saturday, August 31st at 11 a.m. at Liberty Bowl Memorial Stadium. Sponsored by FedEx and ABC Local 24.
Need physical therapy but don't know where to go? Tried physical therapy but had a bad experience? Grab your physician's referral and head to Revolution Physical Therapy at the corner of Goodman and Getwell. At Revolution PT, you'll get one-on-one, hands-on therapy. Better and more thorough than just going to the gym. Revolution is locally owned and staffed by neighbors who care about your maximum recovery. And they accept all major insurances. Certified in dry needling, expert in myofascial release. Always relaxed and friendly. Revolution Physical Therapy is just what you need.
DeSoto Auto Sales specializes in late model cars with low mileage. They have the highest standards in the car industry. All of their cars are test-driven, checked out from head to toe. Unlimited inventory, every make and model. And if it's not on the lot, they'll find it for you. Walk in the door of DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Within 45 minutes, you can test your car, get credit approval, and finish paperwork within an hour. No shortcuts at DeSoto Auto Sales. kind, courteous employees, a down-home environment, DeSoto Auto Sales cares about your time. Lowest prices in a 350-mile radius. We're living in a world today where time does matter. Visit them online. Check out their referrals. DeSotoAutoSales.com. Very proud to serve DeSoto County and other surrounding areas. DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Call 662-890-7184. 662-890-7184. Come on down to DeSoto Auto Sales.
Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hurt. This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
Chris Jericho right here, baby. Y2J. Got a Y2J problem. How's our Facebook people?
A lot of activity on the Facebook. Wayne says, I knew the risk of playing football when I was in the sport 14 years. Or in the sport for 14 years, excuse me. I accepted the risk and knew playing this violent sport would affect me later in life, but I understand and hope the players push and fight for everything they are owed after retirement. My father says football is a wonderful sport. ... It's not for everybody. ... However, the lessons it teaches and the relationships that are made are priceless. ... No clue what's up with all the dots, but okay.
He said a lot of thoughts, a lot of. Had to pause for a little bit and think about some more. Pause some more.
Okay.
And come.
He played football.
That's right. To Wayne's point, I don't know. Again, saying that you knew the risk, I'm not sure that you knew this. I would stipulate that not everyone knew the risks
fully.
Yeah, you know that there is a risk of. I remember certainly when we discussed playing football as middle school and high school and all that, there was a discussion about you could break your leg, you could break your arm, you could have whatever. No one the thought of like long-term brain damage was not even considered. No one was like, well, you could have CTE or you could have mental problems or you could have issues. No, that was never a thing. Concussions we were putting dudes back in the game like, smelling salts, get back out there. No one had a clue for whatever reason, whether we were all just ignorant or whether we, maliciously, didn't fully investigate all this stuff. I don't know. But we were still sending dudes out there it wasn't that long ago.
My dad tells a story. He played high school football in the 80s, tells a story playing down in Memphis, state playoffs. Running back got hit, fumbled the football, brought the running back to the sideline, asked him where he was. He said Jackson. They put my man back in the game, fumbled the football. They ended up losing.
That's it.
And he tells that story, and the way I perceived it for the first part of my childhood before all of this stuff was breaking was, oh, man, can't fumble a football no matter what happens to you. And then now it is, well, wait a second, hold on. My man says he's in Jackson. Why in the hell would you put him
it back in the game? Yeah, that's how it is. And you can think you know the risks, but not really. Let's hear quickly from our friend Andrew Luck. This is what he said at his press conference.
Hello. This certainly isn't how I envisioned this or planned this, but I am going to retire. This is not an easy decision. Honestly, it's the hardest decision of my life, but it is the right decision for me. For the last 4 years or so, I've been in this cycle of injury, pain, rehab, and it's been unceasing and unrelenting, both in season, and off season, and I felt stuck in it. And the only way I see out is to no longer play football. It's taken my joy of this game away, and this. Sorry. I've been stuck in this process. I haven't been able to live the life I want to live, taking the joy out of this game. And after 2016, where I played in pain and was unable to regularly practice, I made a vow to myself that I would not go down that path again. I find myself in a similar situation, and the only way forward for me is to remove myself from football in this cycle that I've been in. Come to the proverbial fork in the road, and I made a vow to myself that if I ever did again, I would choose me in a sense.
There you go. Hello.
Hello.
I like start any press conference with hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. That kind of talk is scary to the NFL. It's a threat to the NFL. Because if guys really break it down, guys that have the kind of wealth that he's accrued, and even guys that are just doing okay for themselves, if they come to that sort of conclusion to say, you know what, it's a quality of life issue, man. I'm just not enjoying this. Like, this isn't fun. Like, I'm making lots of money and all that, but like, is it? I'm playing for these fans that are cheering me as long as I'm playing, but as soon as I decide I'm doing something on my own, boo!
Right.
That's how it is. And for what? For what exactly? Like, what am I really, the money's great, but is it worth a quality of life? Is it worth not being able to do the stuff I want to do for the rest of my life? I'm only going to play football for, 10, 15, 20 years at this high level. If I'm lucky, or Tom Brady could play forever. I don't know. But not everyone's wired like that. So a lot of guys say, I want to do something else. I got other things going on in my life. It takes a lot of courage to be able to say, I'm just going to walk away no matter what anyone says about me. And whenever the perception is, so be it. That should scare the NFL. If more guys do that, you're going to have a problem down the line.
As long as they got a pipeline. And right now, I know players, I know that the little leagues of the football variety participation is down. But as long as the right group is continuing to participate, the NFL will be able to replace an Andrew Luck, replace whatever the player's name is, with another player and keep this thing rolling as long as they have the pipeline. I got a nephew-in-law, 8 years old, plays football year-round. Like that is what some of these leagues are, year-round, man.
Tackle football?
Yes, full contact.
At 8?
Year-round.
No.
Fall and in the spring.
Can't be doing that.
So as long as that is still the way out, one of the ways out for a certain group of people, hey, the NFL will keep just replacing talent with more talent.
I mean, it's true. It's true. But that talent level, he's just one of the best in the game, and he's gone.
Yeah.
So, you can place him with somebody, he's not going to be as good.
As long as it has the NFL logo, NFL
well,
teams.
we saw that in 1987 with those strike and all. There is a point when there is a certain level of talent you need to have, for sure. So even more of a problem in the college game because there's even less, help for those guys.
Yeah.
But they put their bodies through a lot of tough stuff.
Yeah.
Tough question. It's tough. No doubt about it. Let's get out of here. Thank you guys very much. CJ, where's that money? Weren't you going to give me some money? See if I thanked you?
Well, thank me first, and then we'll see about getting that money.
Thank you for nothing, because that's what you gave me. But thanks to everybody else. Everybody, have yourself a great Monday. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Hi, friends. Bill Russell at Russell Brothers Jewelers. One of the things that we are proudest of at Russell Brothers is the service we offer above and beyond just selling beautiful jewelry. We know that fine jewelry and superbly made timepieces require expert craftsmanship to keep them in the best condition